Yay.
Yay.
Oh, snap. Damn, welcome back, everybody.
We back, boys.
We live already.
We live. Oh, shit. Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement. My name is Austin. Joining me, as fucking always, is my best friend, the Savage Dad himself, Wes.
We need one of those, like, digital countdown things where it's like...
Yeah. We need, like, a thing that's up on the wall. Yeah. And then, also joining us behind the camera is our wonderful producer, Trey.
Trey.
Yee. And then also joining us, which is a recurring person, you know, probably
At this point.
probably going to be around for a while. I don't know. We'll
what's
see.
that about?
What's that about?
What's that about?
Sorry, do I need to just...
What's going on there? Yeah.
What, probably going to be a recurring person? Should I just get it out there now? Should I just air everything out on there?
Am I not welcome anymore?
Probably not right at this moment.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Emily. And then our wonderful guest, which has been on the show before, but years ago, actually.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, but my godbrother, Mateo.
Yeah, I'm Mateo. What's going on? Long time no see.
And then you guys can't see him, but Kevin is also here. He's been another recurring guest on the show.
Did you see his hand, Trey?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everybody knows Kevin's back there, right? Sorry.
You see his
He's in
knee.
the corner.
I'm sorry we only have like 4 mics right now, but
He's cucking it in the corner.
His knee is in the picture.
Watching from the
His knee?
sidelines.
Just his knee.
Oh, show off that knee, baby.
There
My mother's gonna kill me.
If you show your knee, you're a whore.
I feel like that's gotta be
No decency on the left side.
Oh my
That's
god.
gotta be a podcast already, right? The cut corner, like that's.
Oh, for
The
sure.
cut corner.
I'm the host, actually.
Yes, and Mateo does it.
Yes.
I knew it.
cut
I want to
corner.
look it up.
Welcome to the cut
I'll look
corner.
I'm sure there's something called that.
Oh, for sure.
There's gotta
If not, we need to trademark it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a booming business.
Can we just get? That's quick. Somebody, how do we copyright?
Cut
We
corner.
copyright the cut corner.
Somebody call someone now.
Hashtag cut corner. He didn't introduce Junie this time.
Podcast. Oh my god, I forgot about our wonderful guest, Junie is here.
Fuck Junie, no.
I got Cust Corner, Coach's Cut Corner, Coach's Cut. Wow,
Wow.
Coach Cuts Corner.
Where
Okay.
does Sally sell her seashells?
Sally sold seashells. on the
Sally
seashore.
says
There we
seashells
go.
by the seashore.
I am not here today, everybody. I just want you to know that anything that I say beyond this point is going to be just not
The
here.
usual. The usual.
No, even worse. The cutting corner.
There's no
Our
cut corner.
There's no cut corner?
There's no cut corner.
What?
Trademark it right now.
Trademark that shit, bro.
Wow.
All right,
Get on the fucking
we
phone
gotta
right now.
we gotta edit this shit out. Actually,
Get TMZ on the phone right fucking now.
I'm gonna edit this out when we post it on YouTube. So nobody can trademark
We're
it.
live. It's already out.
We got censored last week.
We did get censored. Wait, last week? We
Yeah,
weren't even here
the
last
week that we were
Oh.
here.
What, like 3
Oh
weeks ago
yeah.
now?
we
Yeah.
did. It was because of me. It was because I showed that fucking
YouTube video.
with the making fun of Ludacris.
Oh, you got copyright strike?
Oh yeah.
We got
Like,
copyrighted.
hard, bro. It was like the whole video. They were like, mm-mm.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live was like, that's
Also-
actually ours.
Yeah.
Also, just a reminder, Trey, hit record. Wes, hit record.
Oh,
Already
fuck
hit
it.
that.
God damn
There
it.
we go,
Ooh.
babies.
Trey was on it though.
This is
I
why
saw
you're on the
Trey
show.
was on it.
You're keeping things in line.
Cadillac,
I
Crew, Cadillac.
I do all the clips,
Took her to
so
the
later
back
when
Cadillac.
Wes is like, I didn't fucking record, it's gotten to me now.
Yeah. That's happened a lot recently. It didn't used to happen. I used to always record it. Yeah.
Also, I think I missed the memo, but everyone's wearing glasses. Except for me. What's going on with that?
I have. It's just a wonderful night, man.
No,
It's
I
just a
love
great
it, but
night.
like,
It was
I would
really-
have brought some glasses too.
It was beautiful out.
It
today.
was really beautiful out today. It was a wonderful day. We went
Nice
swimming and
nice
everything.
It was
warm.
good.
It was a great day.
First time I went swimming this whole summer.
Was
today.
No, because we went to the beach and I did kind of go into the water a little bit.
We did
I
a
didn't-
little bit.
I didn't really go swimming though. I
No.
would say this was the first day that I like actually.
We definitely
went
just
swimming.
like stood in the water and let our kids
Yeah.
abuse us for a little bit.
Yeah.
How many times do you have to go like this before it's swimming?
Once.
I feel like I could go
Just
one.
one?
Yeah.
I didn't even go
It's
like.
just
Its
do
whole
one.
body,
No, because
its whole body in the water.
I
That
think
is
it's
considered
the
swimming.
effort
Well, you
of
can't-
moving, right?
Yeah.
You have to try to move in the water.
Well, you can't touch.
Did you kicky foot? at all?
No, because when
Did
we
you kicky foot?
when we went to the beach, no. when we
foot.
went to the beach, no.
Yeah.
But today, yes, I did kicky foot.
Okay.
You
If
didn't
that's the
kicky foot.
technical,
swimming.
that's the technical term is
Kicky
kicky
footing,
kicky
yeah.
foot.
Kicky foot.
Yeah, no, I kicky foot.
There's breaststroke and there's kicky foot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gooder.
yeah.
I've started calling
There's
Clark.
also the butterfly.
Butterfly.
I've started calling Clark pee-poo. He hates it. The last time we were here, I went, bye, pee-poo, and he went, no.
Straight up was like, no, not a thing.
That's
No,
awesome.
no.
I'm glad it's getting some use.
Even if I'm the only one that calls him pee-poo, he's gonna get called pee-poo.
I keep telling her no. Don't
I
do
hate
that.
to break
Please
that
stop
to him.
doing
I won't make our kids call him pee-poo, but I'm calling him pee-poo.
Yeah. No, that fucking works. I like it. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad it's getting some use. 'Cause that was just a dumb joke from I don't even remember what we were talking about.
It was like
Yeah, I
4
don't-
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about a number 3, and I was like, I just call that.
my God.
And when you piss and shit, you thought that was a number 2, and I was like, we were like, no, that's just a poo. And then we were like, no, I call that a good old fashioned pee poo. And
No,
then
that's a
Wes was
number
like, that'd be
2.
a great name for a grandpa.
I think
Because
Okay.
a
You got the
peeing
full context.
is number
Thank
one.
you.
Peeing is number one, and then when you
Pooping
poop,
is number 2.
because you're doing a number 1, and then there's a second thing added to it.
Usually a number 3 is a liquid poop.
I'm so
No,
mad
a
we had to
number
revisit
3.
this.
A number 3. A number 3 is doing a number 1 and a number 2. And
No.
then you go and jack off and
No.
ejaculate into there. So now you got
hate to
3 things.
hate to
In
break
the,
that to
now you have 3 things in the toilet. You have piss, you have shit, and you have cum.
Then what's a shit?
You have different
Then
numbers
what's a
than
shit?
everybody else.
What number is a shit?
There's different metrics
Number
going on
2.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not quite
Exactly,
sure.
it's a number 2.
Yes.
What the fuck's a number 3? No one clarified that.
Oh,
for me.
sorry.
my
So a
His
number
answer's
3.
wrong.
A number, no. A number 3 is when you go and so a number 1 is
Oh,
when you
no.
piss.
Yeah.
Right. So a number 2 is when you piss and shit.
But you
No.
just
So
said
you're
that a
saying-
poop is a number
That's it.
2.
Yeah, because you poop. Do you not piss when you poop?
I don't always piss. When
I don't fucking care about your opinion.
Wes
Okay,
is
I don't
the
care.
only one
I don't
that
care.
doesn't
I don't
piss
care.
when he
I don't care
shits.
what he
Do
says.
you always
Listen,
piss when you poop?
Do I always piss when I poop? That's like 50-50 sometimes.
Okay. thank
Really?
you.
Yeah, it's not all the time.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
thank
because
you.
I sit down every time, you know?
Well, like,
Maybe I should
what
just
the
try
fuck is
pissing
wrong with
standing
you
up
people?
one
Like, so
time.
when you go to take a shit, you normally pee first?
yeah.
I mean, it happens sometimes. Mostly
if
if I'm
you're
taking a shit,
already-
it's like that's the business that's going down. That's
If
it.
you're already sitting down.
I squirt a
What did
little
you do,
out. 'cause
piss
I'm
like
like
20
I'm
minutes
squeezing
first?
No,
water
you
out
shit
already.
standing up.
It just doesn't happen. I just shit
We
and I'm
have
done.
divided the room.
Yeah.
There's no piss before.
I mean,
Only this
sometimes,
time.
like 20% of the time, it
Subaru
does.
Attic came in
20%.
and
Yeah,
was
like it's not like
Every single time I go and take a shit, I have to piss beforehand.
that might be a
Kevin?
you problem, my friend.
I guess so.
Subaru-
So a number 3 is when you would take a shit and then you ejaculate into the you're like, oh, I took a shit and it felt so good.
You have to
You're
jerk
like,
off.
You're like a little turned on, so you jerk off and then you come into the toilet. That's a number 3.
Bro, I only- never been turned on by shit before.
I mean, hey,
You gotta
know?
yo-yo
I gotta-
the shit. That's what I was
Damn
saying.
it.
I- okay,
My
exact
God.
I
conversation.
have to ask though. So, how many of you guys? Because we don't always carry wet wipes with us. So another question that I wanted to ask was I will take the toilet paper and kind of wad it up and then dip it down in the water and then wipe.
Ew.
my
What do you? Hold on.
With
Hold on.
piss
How
on
do you?
it.
How do you mean? What do you mean wad it up? That, I think.
No.
With piss
No.
on it?
Yeah, you're peeing. That's foul.
You're
You're
just
you're,
saying-
you're foul.
You were just saying that you piss every time
That
you
mean-
shit, so you're
yeah.
dipping your piss and
Well,
then wiping your
I'm
ass
talking
with
about when I
it?
take a
Dude,
shit.
Just save.
I'm not eating
no.
your ass anymore.
I dip
Just
it.
save the trouble. Just piss on the rag and then wipe your ass because you're already doing that.
No.
Thank you.
I have to pee, so I'll pee and then I poop and then I take the toilet paper and I kind of wrap it up and then I put it in the water and then I wipe my ass because I don't always have wet wipes with me, so I'm trying to
What am I dating, guys?
That's who you chose to date.
I'm dating a fucking
wax
degenerate.
moment right
I'm not looking
Fucking-
at you for the
fucking
rest of the
wax.
podcast.
Animal over
Are
here.
you telling me that nobody else does?
No.
No, I'm a civilized man. I wipe my ass with dignity.
Nobody does
No,
that.
I don't dip it in the water, and that's about it.
And you don't wipe from the front. You wipe from the pit.
Just get a bidet.
Just get a bidet. Do
well-
we need to get a bidet?
But I'm talking about when I'm out in public.
But you gotta wipe your ass anyway
when
with a
I'm
bidet,
out-
right?
but when I'm
Not only did he dip his fucking toilet paper and piss, but it's also a public toilet.
No, that's crazy. No, you're crazy, dude.
What do you want me to do? I don't. I'm not trying to carry.
Apparently, you want to get Hep C.
I'm not trying to.
No.
No, I'm not trying to carry wet wipes with me all the
You
time.
are
Okay, so I'm
sleeping
just
on the
trying to like
couch.
fucking dip it in there and then wipe my ass. I mean, come on.
You were sleeping on the couch,
How
my
long
love.
have you been doing this?
Oh no.
You're about to be put in
So
Guantanamo.
you're wrong for all of that, but I'm just curious, yeah.
I don't know, probably like 10 years, something like that.
Nah, you need to
A little
stop.
bit longer than that.
For the past
as
decade.
long as I can remember, to be honest with
Oh
you.
no.
Oh, so,
I mean, you know I got a shitty memory, so like,
yeah, but
this is about as long as I can remember.
Shit.
I can't look at him in his sunglassed eyes for the rest of the night. I can't. Please tell me you're joking.
Did you learn this somewhere, or did you just decide one day?
I just figured that was the best way to do it.
No.
I bet
What?
you know. I bet you were that kid in like
From licking
elementary school. You know those
Figured
kids that
that
like
was
pull
the
their pants
best
down all the
way.
way to take a piss in the urinal.
I didn't do that.
I think you're that kid. That's
I
you.
did not do
You're that
I did
fucker.
not do
Yeah.
that. I did not do that.
Bullshit.
I did not do
Trey, also you're talking about Subaru Addict. Just go ahead and rip that fucking veil off. That's Kevin.
Oh.
I didn't do that.
He's
He
messaging
came
us
in
from
and was
across
just
the
like
room.
nipples.
Nipples. That's all. That's all, Kev. Just nipples.
Are you saying that like, so 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people do it? I guess.
No, 1 out of just you, babe.
Yeah, it's just you, man.
Just you.
1 out of 8
Nobody
billion.
dips their toilet paper in piss to think I'm gonna wipe my ass and
Well,
it'll
hold
be
on.
clean
No, hold on.
afterwards.
Piss and
could-
shit.
you could-
It's after I take a shit because it's only to wipe my ass.
No,
Honey,
you're-
but
you're-
you said you always
You're
piss
fucking
before
with
you
us.
shit.
Yeah,
you're-
no, but I'm just
Are you serious?
clarifying that it's piss and shit at the same
he
time.
has to be
That's
fucking
No,
with us.
insane.
There's
He
no
shed shit. There's no
way.
way.
That's
There's
insane.
no
No,
way.
you're fucking with us.
It's
You're dipping it in a soup of poo and piss. Pee poo.
The piss was believable,
You're dipping it in pee poo.
but you're not a madman.
okay, but what? Okay, first of all, if I'm just pissing, then why am I wiping myself?
Pee poo.
Do you wipe yourself when you piss?
Yes.
What you
Well,
do?
you know, yeah.
That's a different
Well,
story.
No, I just shake it like
The
a...
men in the room.
I'm
Yeah.
shaking.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
The men in the room. Do you wipe your penis after you pee?
I
No.
dangle it off,
Will
but
you
I'm not
assume
like
my
dangling the
gender?
shit off my ass and then thinking that's clean. Like,
What's
Yeah.
wrong with just wiping your ass normally?
Because it doesn't get it
It's
all the way
too
clean.
dry.
okay, but there's a sink in a bathroom.
Yeah,
Normally,
you
you
could
could
just
just
do that.
wet a
Yeah.
towel before you sit down. Like, I don't know why.
Well, by
you-
the time I'm done
Buddy.
taking a number 3, it's all like mushy.
Why are you
Buddy.
doing? Why are you doing
What
number 3 in a
the-
public bathroom?
Buddy. He
Fuck.
likes it in public.
Ooh.
Buddy. Please tell me that this is satire. For the love of God, I'm never gonna let you sleep in my bed again. If you don't tell me this is
I
satire.
don't know if I'm disappointed or like
I'm just as shocked as you are.
I'm feeling something.
You're gonna get disowned.
I feel like a government agent
Do
is
I
on his
need-
way right now.
Do I need to go get your dad to teach you how to wipe properly?
Oh, well, to defend Austin though, I will say no one ever teaches you how to wipe. Really,
Yes,
Right.
they do. You
I
just
don't
have
think-
to ask.
I don't think I'll know how to wipe. I just did it.
Thank you.
Nobody taught me how to shave either.
That-
That
that's a-
explains a lot.
Yeah.
there ain't much to shave, my friend.
Yeah. Why waste their time? When do you think you'll be shaving?
Give him another 2 weeks and he'll have like a full.
Fuck you.
You heard me? Maybe it does help. Hold on. No, wait. No, Clark, wait.
No, I did not hear you. I'm watching TV.
Your son doesn't know how to wipe.
What?
He says that he pisses every time he shits, but then when he wipes after he shits, he dips it in the pee water to get a wet nap. Clark!
He left. He's
He's gone.
Clark, we want to answer.
He's gone.
He left me.
It's your fault! God damn
Hey,
it.
Kevin, can you
Can you fix the fucking
No, up at the top there's like a shower curtain hook. You can
As
just
a matter of fact, can you close the basement door? We've got the dog down here. Can you close the basement door too? We're being extra loud. This is the first time that I've been here that Clark has come down and been like, y'all are loud.
No,
Yeah,
we didn't close the
for the
curtain.
people who couldn't hear it, he just walked up and went.
Maybe it does help.
He said maybe this soundproof fucking
Curtain
that little
does
blanket,
help.
yeah.
does help.
There should be a circle up at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, and put it around the bar.
I really hope that what
It's
was
like a
as
shower
audible
curtain.
as it was.
Wait, is there not a shower curtain?
It got it got moved over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just put it
got
back
all
through the
fucked
circle,
up.
and then it kind of clips in.
I get it, Dad.
I just want
Now-
to clarify that I don't do that. Okay,
Thank
it was fun just to
God.
fuck with you guys
Bullshit.
for a
No,
little bit.
I don't believe you now.
Thank God.
you do
No.
it.
No,
Listen.
no. What's happening? You're backtracking because we made fun of you.
Listen, my
now you're
mouth,
embarrassed.
my mouth has been down there. The only thing I was asking is that my mouth did not lick up your piss out of your butthole. Okay,
No.
that's all I'm asking.
No, I'm not a
You don't like
fucking.
taking piss shots out of ass?
I'm not a fucking degenerate. Okay.
Oh my God.
I just thought it was funny to fuck with you guys for a little
Sleep
bit. It just because,
on the
and you said
couch.
something too, like you're having a wax moment, and I was like, that's exactly the reaction I wanted to get
That is a wax
out of
moment.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was
God
great.
damn it.
It was a great start to the
Yeah, no.
episode. You guys, everybody, look. Now we're all
I'm
relaxed.
chilling.
We're fucking.
I was relaxed when I came here.
I was relaxed when I came
I
here,
need to shit
and now
something,
I
you're
think that
relaxed.
there's piss in your asshole.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off now.
Look, I got everybody just having fun.
But-
we're all
Being
chilling.
pissed off.
Back to the shaving convo though.
Okay,
How often
yes.
do you shave?
Not often.
He shaved.
Okay.
He shaved like last week, and that's what he's rocking.
Okay, I'll put you. I shaved 2 days ago.
Dude. Well, hold on.
I mean, I got a
but
little bit going on here. Got a
there
little,
is also
got a little
this.
extra body hair.
What are you trying to say?
It's dark.
I got
Oh,
some this
okay.
morning.
Yours is blonde-ish, reddish, so
Yeah.
it doesn't show
I
as
mean,
much.
The only red that I get is like down here.
I'm sure
and
Wes
it's
shaves
once it
like twice
grows
a
out.
day.
That's wise.
I have to shave once a
He
week for my
shaved
job.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and this is what he got today.
Oh,
Yeah, I have to
otherwise,
keep it under a certain length. for my
otherwise they
job.
make you wear the beard net.
They don't make anybody. You have
just
to
have
comply
to?
with that rule.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about applying there.
yeah.
Still thinking about it.
It's a decent job.
I'm like, I'll hate it, especially with being third shift, but I'll hate
Yeah.
it, but I'll have Wes.
Yeah.
But I'll
Yeah.
have Wes to like
It
give me
can be-
comic relief.
It can be fun and funny. It's often very annoying.
It's up to me.
What do
Yeah.
you do?
I work at Sheets.
Oh wait, which? Oh yeah, I shouldn't say which one.
No.
But like,
Yeah.
how do I ask this question without doxing you?
Later.
I'm just not. Yeah. Later. It's a good,
Yeah, later.
later. Here.
Ask it later. Ask
Talk
later.
about it later.
Jesus Christ!
We actually went in to bother him.
That's
like,
the one rule.
the one rule.
It was the one.
We actually went in to bother him like last week sometime because we knew he was working. We were all awake and we were like, "What should we do? Let's go bug Wes at work." And we
Hell
caught
yeah.
him like
Hold up,
exactly on
hold
his
up,
lunch break.
Hold up. Don't make it seem like it was
Sorry,
all of ours.
you
ideas.
said,
Okay, thank you.
"Let's go bug Wes
Okay,
at work."
Yes, I wanted to.
And I was immediately
Not
like,
them.
"See, Wes?
I made
Yes."
it a thing to come
You
and
gotta
see.
make sure to take credit.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Credit where credit is due. It was his idea to go bug you, even though you seemed like you were spent when we got there.
Yeah, I had just started. I was gonna like eat my meal real quick and smoke, and then you guys scared the shit out of me, and I was like, fuck.
He
Oh,
was
okay.
He was sitting in his car, for context. He was sitting in his car, and we all just like ran up and just smacked our hands up against the
Yeah,
car.
I had just opened my quesadilla, and I was like, oh fuck.
And then he was like, "I'm trying to eat."
Yeah.
If you guys could fuck off, that'd be great.
I have
I went-
25 minutes to finish this.
I was like, you know what? I can see that you're a little upset right now.
Dude.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Can I just talk about how
thank
he
you.
made his own quesadilla, and that shit looked banging.
Oh no, we're not allowed to make our
It
own
was like
food.
this thick. Like that was a thick.
My
quesadilla.
coworkers made it for me.
Really?
Yeah, we make banging food for each other.
It looked so
Ooh,
good.
Yeah.
You're literally not about.
Yeah, you can't make your own food.
I
Because
don't know.
They don't want you throwing extras in there and not charging yourself.
Even though the
for it.
people that you're coworkers with that are like, "Yeah, bro, I got
Oh,
you."
they're throwing extra chicken in that
Oh,
quesadilla
yeah.
for me.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
So you work
No
third
worries.
shift at Sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must see some creatures.
Oh, I do, and it's
Dude.
right next to a
Like,
strip club.
Yeah, you gotta see some wild
Okay,
people.
hold on, wait
So
a
the
minute. Wait,
full
wait,
story,
wait,
Wes,
wait, wait,
what happened the night that we went there?
Quit yourself even fucking more, because then you can narrow it
I
down to
don't care.
fucking areas
It doesn't
and-
matter that
Find
much.
me. Like,
There's plenty of sheets next to strip clubs.
Yeah.
but what
That's
happened?
true.
What happened the night that we came to see you?
Okay, well, so you were like, there's a mess in the bathroom.
Oh,
when
no.
I came back in.
So I went to the bathroom, right? Because I had to pee because we had been drinking, and like as soon as we got
Did
there,
a number 3 in there.
You had to do a number 3.
as soon as we got there, I was like, okay, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go into the bathroom. So I went in there and I took a piss, and as I walk in, I see like one dude here and another dude here that's like at the sink, and he's like pouring something on his head, and I just didn't really think about it. I was like,
Minding my business.
I gotta pee. I was like, fuck it. And so I went pee, and then I looked back, and there's like, a stand mirror there so you can like check yourself out before you leave the bathroom. And I'm like looking, and this dude is just pouring something on his head.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on right now, but I can tell you one thing. This is going to be the one time that I walk out of this bathroom and not wash my hands. Because I did not want to know at all what the fuck was going on there.
Yeah.
So, and it was like all over the floor. Like as I walked out, I kind of like glanced, and it was like water and then this white shit that was like all over the floor and all over the sink and everything. And I was just like, not my fucking problem. I'm gonna keep walking.
But I'll tell
I
Wes,
didn't see anything.
whose problem it will become.
And yeah, I was like, well, I'm gonna tell Wes, and I'm so sorry, but I don't work here. I'm so sorry, but at least I told you. And
So I went back, clocked in, put on my walkie, fucking, hey guys, there's apparently a mess in the bathroom.
Got prepared for the
Somebody was
night.
pouring something on himself.
Yeah.
And then my manager goes, all right, I'll go check over the walkie. Goes and checks. Like 30 seconds later, it's like, well, there's milk everywhere.
so that was the white stuff.
Okay.
Then the lady
Okay.
at the register at the moment that had just checked them out before all that shit had happened comes over the walkie and is like, he bought the milk.
Well, at least he paid for it.
Yeah.
At least he did.
Because what we heard before I left back in the kitchen, because we were real close, was you stole a half gallon of milk, and I was like, the guy stole it?
No, he at least paid for it. But even crazier when you find out the reason he was doing it. So we hear from the security guard who comes walking back inside and is like, yeah, that guy got pepper sprayed. So that's why he was dumping milk on himself.
Because he was like, ah!
Yeah, so he came from across the street at the club and just bought some milk while he's suffering. And then went to the bathroom and dumped it on himself. And then went back outside in the drive-through lane and dumped
cried.
some more on himself. And then probably cried. Yeah.
My
But no,
question
he
is,
got into
why in the drive-through lane? There's a whole ass fucking parking lot. Why did he go specifically to the
Because it's
drive-through
the
lane?
one part of the lot where there's cars can't see what you're doing really,
Yeah.
unless somebody comes through the drive-through. But
But
everywhere
that's
else,
the
there's-
risk that you're running.
He was a little embarrassed, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
My question,
Little shy.
though, with this
We were
whole
there for that.
with
Well,
this
great
whole
timing.
with this whole thing is how the fuck did he get pepper sprayed?
Oh, well, I mean,
Probably at the strip club.
any number
Yeah.
of
No,
ways.
we know it's at the strip club, but what was the
He probably
situation?
got, okay,
He's
so
probably trying to touch one of the dancers, maybe.
Yeah,
He
I
was
used to
already
work-
pouring milk on his head in the
I
club.
used to work at Cheeks
That's
Cheeks
like-
Gentlemen's Club in Dayton. And I have been
It's
a
called
part
Cheeks?
of. It's called Cheeks.
Nah, that sounds trashy.
I'm trying to
as
see
hell.
them cheeks.
It is.
Cheeks.
It is.
Are they cake,
But I
though?
love the girls there. There's quite a few goth bitches there, which is why I vibe with it. I was the shot girl. So
Okay.
I got to walk around with a tray of shots in normal fucking clothes as long as it was a crop top and shorts. They didn't give a shit. But I didn't have to wear 6-inch heels. So I was
Wait.
like, thank you.
Wait, you said there were some goth bitches there?
Uh-huh.
Can we go?
Yes.
Yeah?
I've been trying to tell you that we need to go.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, why would I go there if I can't fuck any of them?
Okay.
That's
yeah,
the way
fair.
I do. That's the same way I think, bro. I get it.
Have you ever been to a strip club?
I haven't for that reason.
Okay. Air high five.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
then
I'm not
we
trying to
need
get-
to go.
I'm not trying to
all
get-
three of us, actually, all 6 of us,
Yeah.
need to go
I think
because
it could be
it's
fun.
an experience.
I don't want to get paid to get blue balled at a strip club.
But it's not just that. First of all, the bartenders are fucking killer. Shout out to the bartenders at Cheeks because y'all are great. I love the bartenders. They mix your drinks fucking fabulously. And on top of that, it's not just, if you don't want to be bothered, just say that. Just say that. Then the girls are like, okay, I'm wasting my time. Bye. If you don't want to be fucking bothered, that's fine. But where I used to hang out was, the best part about Cheeks was I would walk around with a tray of shots, and I would go, buy this pretty girl a drink. and then I'd wink at her, and then usually I was like the fuckboy of the changing room, and usually the strippers would be like, yeah, buy me a drink, buy me a drink,
okay.
and then they'd get drunk, I'd get money, and then later on if they were on stage, I'd make it rain a little bit. So you help me make money, I help you make money, we all got this. But it's like, especially when it comes to like, you know the guys that wear suits literally everywhere?
Yeah.
It was especially those guys.
Oh, okay.
So
That's my neighbor. I think
But
he's
I-
like a Seventh-day Adventist or something.
they smoke cigars for like no reason whatsoever, and you're like, why are you wearing a fedora? Like it's those guys. But the reason I loved it so much is because of that, because they would help me make money, I would help them get drunk, and then later on it'd be like, boop boop boop, all right, let's go. Hot bitches, they're so fucking hot, especially at Cheeks. It is a little bit trashy, but they're hot.
See,
But
here's the
they're
thing, though.
hot.
Here's
It's
the thing.
Dayton.
Here's the thing, though. If
Don't go to Diamonds. Diamonds is the
okay.
only full nudity fucking strip club. Don't go to Diamonds.
trying to figure
it's
out how to make
extra
it.
dirty
I'm
at
gonna say
Diamonds.
this extremely fucking quick.
Bob joke. Sandy cheeks.
I'm gonna say this super fucking quick because it relates to everything, and then we're just gonna like
Move
gloss
on.
over it. I'm getting a divorce, not with Honesty anymore. This is my girlfriend Emily, and
That was a great time to bring that up.
hold on, wait, listen to me, everybody, shut the fuck up, listen to me. If my girlfriend is willing to go to a strip club with me and then go home with me afterwards, I'm not gonna have blue balls because then I can
Exactly.
go home and whatever.
Exactly.
So that's great. I'm not trying to like go somewhere and then look at these women with nobody and then be like, I'm still going home to my fucking $100 fucking hand job, whatever the fuck you want to call it, shit, and be lonely for the rest of the
One-man
night.
coach hockey in the dark?
No, fuck that shit. No, that's what I'm doing.
no.
But if my girlfriend's like, hey, let's go to a strip club together, I'm like,
least-
hell yeah, at least I get some at the end of the
At
night.
least at Cheeks, I would know the girls. Me and you are both polyamorous. That kind of turns
Do
both
you
of us
know them
on.
now? How long has it been?
6 months?
You think the same girls are
It
still
hasn't
there?
been a while. They've been there for years.
There's like a really low.
I don't know how
turnover
you
rate.
feel about
Been
it.
there for
I don't know.
years.
They've been there for
They
years.
treat the girls right there.
I made $500 a
Do
night.
they get
my
tested
love.
regularly?
Yeah, they don't all put out.
Can I work at Cheeks? Shit,
Chill.
$500 a night.
Yeah.
$500 a
I'll work
night.
at Cheeks.
It's a female only, but I have
that's,
yet.
yeah, that's the kicker.
I need to
Mateo
find.
could definitely work at a
Oh
fucking male
my
stripper
God.
club. Mateo, look at his pecs,
With
bro.
those
Have you
fucking
seen his pecs?
muscles,
Oh my
you
god.
would make
Bro,
big.
I don't even work out. What are you talking about?
At a male
Yes, you
strip
do.
club.
You lying ass.
At a male strip club, you would make dollars.
No, I love because
honey.
people. It's funny because people come up to me that ask like, "Hey, do you work out?" I like pissing people off, so I'd be like, "No,
Jason.
I do push-ups sometimes, and that's it."
What's funny is I can't do push-ups. That's the only thing I can't do. And I've got some. When I was pregnant with Joanna, my baby bump only got out to about here, and I was like, "Is she okay?" Because like I'm only out to here, and I'm seeing bitches like out to here and sagging, and they're like, "You have a lot of stomach muscle," and I'm like, okay. And then they did like a sonogram, and they were like, "Oh no, she's just hugging you from the inside.
Oh, that's
Like
cute.
you're good."
Yeah, adorable.
Yeah.
Which is why me and my daughter fucking this tight.
Okay,
but
hold on.
Fetuses out here with
Mateo,
two-story
I just-
homes.
Yeah, back to strip
Your
club.
baby had
Hold
like
on.
a shack.
Mateo, I just want to know one thing.
Yeah.
Or I just want to say one thing. The only problem is that you're a little bit awkward,
no,
and I don't think that you know how to dance.
No.
And I feel like
honey.
that's.
Oh no, I'm shit at dancing.
I know. I know.
No, I'm so bad.
I'm not, and this is not me being like an
No,
asshole.
you're good.
Okay, I know this about you. I mean, I grew up with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that is the only thing that you don't got going for you is that like I feel like seeing you go like this, you know. Would be awkward as shit. Like you'd be like,
you just gotta get him lit enough. You gotta get him lit enough. Everybody's loose.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back in a year. All right, I'm gonna be fucking top stripper at that
then
club.
I would
Yeah, do
love
it.
that
Yeah.
for you.
We
I would
need-
love that for you.
We've been talking about installing a stripper pole somewhere in my fucking house.
We're gonna do it.
Because
Alright,
there
bet.
are
We're
gonna do it.
renter-friendly stripper poles.
Yes.
I can teach you some shit.
Renter-
I've
I'm down.
had some of the girls at Cheeks teach me shit. I could go upside down on that bitch.
And-
Like,
It
sounds
and
fun.
I'm
As a
So-
bisexual
It
guy,
is
I
fun.
can tell you whether it's attractive or not.
All right,
There you
yeah.
go.
all male strip clubs also.
And as a gay guy sitting over there, he can tell you whether it's attractive or not.
all male strip clubs, no matter what, you're gonna be gassed the fuck up. I can tell you that right now. Because people can be picky about women. Like, you're supposed to be an artist on the pole. But it's like, I got up there when I was a stripper back when I was 19. I stripped at the same exact place. And then when I went in and I told them I don't want to strip, they were like, shut girl. And I was like, sick. When I got up on that stage, I was awkward as fuck. Like, I have arthritis in every single one of my joints. They don't move smoothly. So I got up there and I still got tipped like a motherfucker.
See, the thing about like,
they don't care.
with, like normally for most people, I feel like the thing that'll be holding them back is like
do you
maybe
call
like their
that one?
family finding out or some shit. My family genuinely does not give a shit.
My
Like,
family, my family, when I told my mom that I worked at Cheek, she was like, be careful because one of your second cousins likes to go there. And I went, oh my God.
No, my sister would
But
probably
does he
cheer me
pay
on.
well though?
I'm talking about like my mom's cousin. We're talking like 50-something years old.
Okay, but does he pay well though?
I don't feel like he'd pay me well, no. I'd be
just
like, I'm
asking.
trying to get into college, and he'd be like, oh, honey.
I feel like my sisters would go to support me. Like, they would show up.
Absolutely.
Well, you know my sister. They would show up. Yeah.
100%, bro. They would show up just to
I've
support
met your
you,
sisters.
bro.
100%.
Yes, they
Yeah.
would.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
One of them would need a babysitter, but yes, they would.
And which is so mind-boggling to me because, like, I haven't seen them in so long. So
Yeah.
it was weird to where, like, she was like, yeah, here's my kid and here's my husband. And I
Yep.
was like, the fuck? Wait a minute.
That shit happened quick.
It happened quick as fuck. I was like, God damn. Actually, I knew about it. I
Does
had
Amelia
seen,
have marbles?
That is for Hungry Hippos.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
That's a fire game, by the way.
Yeah, they
that
get
game
slaps.
caused so many fights as a kid, though, because it gets so aggressive.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, because you be sitting there
Yeah,
fucking
he's
pounding
punching
that
it.
shit.
Yeah,
Guys.
he's pounding it.
Can we play Cards Against Humanity?
Not now.
I have it in the car.
We have fucking
I
shit.
know we have a topic.
We have a specific topic that we are supposed
We've
to
talked
be.
about shit and strippers. We're doing good.
And we're still going. Hold on.
But I
Hold
have
on.
it in the car, and it's not very often that we have this many people. We can
It
still
would
talk
be
about
fun.
video games. We can still talk about video games, but please, can we play Cards Against Humanity for like 20 minutes? Just one round.
I mean, we got 10:30. Okay, all right. Kevin, go get the.
Where?
Where is
We
it?
need to play Secret Hitler one time
All right,
while we're on
all
this
right.
show.
So while we're
please.
at, let's play some spades while we're at it, you know?
I would love to play some
Play spades.
It
Okay.
is in Amelia's bag, so right in front of her car seat, and the red bag should be in there.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
got some dice.
Okay, so I do want to talk about because this is kind of like family shit, whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
gonna be like vague about it. But yeah, dude, it was like, and then like, I don't want to say names.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and keep it vague. So the one that has the baby,
Yes.
I was like, holy fucking shit. And then the other one,
That's a cute ass baby.
I love her. She's
That's
so
a cute
pretty.
ass baby.
yeah.
I'm so
Yes.
happy. I'm an uncle. It's cool because like I don't really want kids,
That's a cute
but
ass
like
baby.
I can like live vicariously
You
through
can
them.
get it out.
I can hold her. I'm like, and she
Yeah.
loves me, and then I'm like, all right, you can go now.
That's why. That's why I held your cousin's baby earlier. I was like, baby.
but then your other sister, I'm like, God damn, you look fucking amazing. You just look like
Yeah.
happy. She looks like she's fucking doing what she wants to and
That
just being
crochet
like
top that she wore.
powerful fucking woman.
Like,
And that's
fuck off.
exactly what like I expected to happen. Like
Yeah.
seriously, I was like,
I'm kind of jealous
Fuck
of her
yeah.
because low key like they don't even like really work out that much.
But
They just like they smoke weed and like they eat whatever they want, and then they look great.
Both of your
What the fuck?
sisters are really cute.
I'm like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
there's one sister that you haven't met though.
I do have a younger sister.
You have
Yes.
3 sisters?
I do.
Yes,
But
she
she's
does.
in Cleveland.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see. That's what I was about to ask. I don't know about the other one.
Yeah.
I'm from Cincinnati.
That's what's
What-
up. Not
what-
related, but cool. You know, different part of Ohio.
What is she
Yeah.
doing in-
So I'm like,
What is she doing
That's
in
about the same
Cleveland?
distance.
So, without getting too into it, basically, things weren't the greatest down here. They're getting into
Weed.
some trouble at the school that they're at.
Oh, really?
So my mom's like, "All right, you're not listening to me, so your ass is getting shipped off." So she took her ass to
to the
Cleveland.
dad?
Yeah,
No shit.
Yeah. and then she's doing great now, but I think she needed that culture shock a bit because Cleveland's ass. I don't like Cleveland, but
Cleveland is ass.
it's ass.
Wait,
But yeah.
Wait,
That's
it's
ghetto,
she,
ghetto.
Wait, she
Called
wasn't doing good?
Cleveland.
No, she was doing some
Land of
like
the
I won't get
Cleves.
into the details, but she was doing some fuck shit, like
She
doing
was
crazy.
doing some fuck shit.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, because that school. I mean, did you go to that school or did you go to the other one, or did you not go to any of them?
He didn't go to school.
Oh yeah.
No, you're talking about
So in that city, there are 2 schools, right?
Talking about after high school?
No, basically while they were in high school, they were fucking up a lot. So then by junior year, mom's like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not doing this for another year.
But I just don't expect that from her.
I don't think she's she's doing great now. I truly do think it was just the people she was with. It's just a bad crowd. Because they were doing some fuck shit, so she was
Name
joining
the fucking
them.
school. We can
I
name the
blame a
school.
lot
Pick
of
North.
my shit on the people I was
Oh!
with.
Yeah.
Oh, she went to fucking Pickerington.
Yeah.
Oh, pick Central or North. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, okay, yeah, no.
I blame-
There was some
I
fuck shit
blame-
going on at both schools.
Yeah.
Dude, even when we were in high school, bro,
Hey,
shit was
it's
going
only
on.
gotten worse. It ain't gotten any better.
Oh, shit.
I blame
Yeah.
a lot of my shit in high school on the people that
See,
I was
I went to a
around, for
private school,
sure.
so like, I don't mean to brag.
Okay.
I went to an all-boy private school.
No.
An all-boy Catholic private school.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
With that eyebrow? Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no,
It
baby.
won't-
Oh no.
Bro, you should have sent her to me, is what y'all should have done.
No, my mom was over that shit.
I
Because she
mean,
was trying.
I get it.
And then she's like, nah, fuck this.
I
You're,
get
you're
it.
leaving. So
I
she
get
shipped
it.
her ass off to
Listen,
Cleveland.
I get it 100%, but I definitely could have, like, scared the shit out of her real fucking quick.
Scared straight.
Yeah.
Like, scared straight shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have called in some old favors. And been like, hey, you want to know what it's like to, like, live at least a smidge of the life that I, like, kind of lived?
Yeah.
And, like, some of the sketchy-ass shit that I got into while still keeping her safe, you know? We could have done that shit real quick.
Well, I think that's what my mom took her up to Cleveland because she's like, well, I know for a fact you're gonna hate it here.
You're gonna harden up there though.
because her childhood is very different than the childhood that we had. I mean, like she had a lot more privileges that we didn't get. So as a result, I think she just had a certain like standard that she wanted.
You are going
Very
to harden
bougie.
up.
Yeah,
in
and she
Clip-
did it
in
very
Cleveland
quick.
now.
Bro, but
They
that's within the past like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because I remember helping her out with the podcast episode that she had to do for school.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was like
that was like 2 years ago.
that was amazing. I had a great fucking time with her. Like we had a really good time.
That's what I think. And like, obviously, she's my sister, so like, I'm probably a little biased. But genuinely, she's not a bad person at all.
Oh,
it's
no.
just the crowd. Because as soon as she left the crowd, she was doing better. So it's just the people that she was fucking around with.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But she's
For
good
sure.
now. But I saw her like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah?
she's doing good.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
so
man!
I can't
Well, I
complain.
need to, dude. I need to reach out then for sure because with all the shit that I like went through as a kid and like all the shitty situations I put in, all the shitty ass people that I was surrounded myself with at the time, and I had to kind of like wean out, you know, who was, you know, and you know this too, like. Because you were one of the good ones, of course, 100%. You know that. That's why you still here, bud. That's why you're my best friend. That's why you still here. Cause this is the A1 sauce of like best friends
Hell
right
yeah.
here, bro.
Sure.
Like has been here from the shit and get. But there's been plenty of friends that I was like, oh fuck, dude, you are not like.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it took me a while to realize that until you got older. Like,
You know what? That made me wonder, how has no one ever gone down in history as being, like, the best friend ever? Like, he was such a good friend to everybody. That's what he was known for.
Being
He was
the
an
best
absolute
friend.
legend.
the only reason that
I know one.
on my I want to get cremated, so the only reason that I would not put in my will on my tombstone would be like, hey, Austin Caldwell, you know, this date to this date, like, and then his best friend was, you know, Wes. It's because I want to be
Wes.
cremated.
And
It's
his
because-
best friend was just Wes.
And you know what? Anybody that actually knew me would look at that tombstone and be like, yep.
Somebody walks up and graffiti tags Craven.
Wes.
You said you want to be cremated though?
Yeah,
Try.
Interesting.
I do.
See, because I don't want to be buried, but I don't want to be cremated either.
Why not?
Because I want to
If
be
you
like,
don't want to be buried, then what's the other
I
option?
want to be like taxidermied.
What?
Yeah.
No. We just talked about this a couple weeks ago. Oh my
I want to be
god.
taxidermied. Yeah.
You're fucked up.
No. Listen to me. Listen.
Why?
Listen.
It's like so the, you know the great grandkids can know like why their life is so great. They're like that's the guy.
No,
Made it work.
Nope. Listen, instead of scarring your family.
No, it's gonna be a good thing. It'll be funny. It'll be funny.
Listen to my pitch.
Trust me.
It's a joke. It's great.
Listen to my pitch and let me tell you why. So cemeteries are a plot of land that you literally can do nothing with.
Yeah.
Agriculturally or living, you can't. Dead
can't
people
touch
are there.
it
You
at
can't
all.
fucking touch it. So what I want when I die, number one, is to be taken through the streets of New Orleans, death parade, where they carry your casket down the street and play jazz music.
Yeah.
Love that idea. I want that with my entire family, and me and him agree on this. I don't want you to mourn my death. I don't want it to be in some sad, like, church
We're having
anywhere.
a fucking party.
We're throwing down. You are getting the drunkest you've ever been in your life at my fucking funeral.
I don't give a fuck if you get wasted at 9 o'clock. As long as you fucking did
But,
it.
like-
You better drink for me.
So, but are you getting cremated though?
No.
So, like, what's the?
Afterwards, I would like my body. So there is a way to dispose of a body where you cryogenically freeze yourself, and then they shatter you, and then they plant you. Hold on. They plant you in a pod of like different soils and seeds of a tree that you would like to grow in your honor, and then they plant you. So instead of a headstone, you get a fucking tree. And could you imagine?
Why do you have to get frozen and shattered?
Well, I mean,
Well,
it's
you
better
do.
than putting you in a meat grinder, isn't it?
It preserves.
Is it?
So
yeah, no, it is.
When, as you thaw, you create nutrients for that soil.
Yeah.
I want to be
interesting.
embalmed like an Egyptian.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
He knows what's
Trey.
up. That's how you do
Oh my
it.
God. Hey, who's that in the corner?
That's
That's
the
my buddy
move,
Trey.
yeah.
Like,
But
no.
why not though? It sounds kind of fun.
And could you imagine what cemeteries would look like if instead of cemeteries you had like memorial gardens or memorial forests where you were producing clean air for everybody, and on top of that, I can't decide whether I want to be planted as like a weeping willow or like a fruit tree. Like apples, oranges, whatever. That way, especially if I die young, my kid would be able to sit under this tree and be like, "Thanks, Mom."
See, I do have a plan B though.
I can eat
My mom-
mom.
My mom is still providing for me
Yeah.
after death.
Or eating your mom. That's kind of crazy.
Somewhere where our
Eating
kids
out your
can
mom.
sit. Somewhere where our kids can sit and feel like at one with nature and maybe like read a book or work on their homework, especially
Yeah.
if we die young.
I want my tomb surrounded by a deadly labyrinth full of traps and
Yeah.
puzzles.
Trey's like, fuck the tree, bro. I want everybody to die. In order
Honestly,
for
I'd be-
like
On their
until-
way to visit me.
until
You'll never find my treasure.
until that
My
one
treasure.
person that deserves to come and reach me
The
actually
worthy
gets
one.
through the labyrinth and actually finally reaches me, and they're like, I finally made it, and then they're like,
They
oh.
find me, I'm
Oh,
still alive.
It's just Trey, and he buried himself with a $20 bill.
I'd be down to be frozen though. I will say.
How much does a
You
sarcophagus
know, like they like
cost?
cryogenically freeze people, and like I would do that.
So you want
in
Futurama,
case.
where
Yeah.
they keep your head
But
in
I
the
don't want
glass.
I want the whole body though. I feel like having just a head's kind of whack.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want my
You
whole
don't want
body.
you don't want to be
still.
Walt Disney.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be Walt Disney. I want like the full thing.
Imagine you get cryogenically frozen, then you get woken up by like a bug creature that finds you after humanity.
I don't think I want any of that. I think I just want to fucking. I think I just wanted to. I think I'd just end.
No, I kind of want to like. I want
throw me
to
in the
reach.
river.
I'm like, what
I
about our
don't-
kids? And he's like, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
I just think that, like, I don't know. People talk about like the afterlife and everything, and how
Fuck the
like,
afterlife. I just want to be a tree.
I mean, I get that too, and I get that too. And like with religious things, and everybody's like, oh, there's like this afterlife, you know, with God and everything, and I just don't necessarily believe in that. So like for me, I just think it's like you go to sleep and you don't remember your
wake up?
dreams,
Yeah.
and you know, and then you wake up, and then it's like, but you don't remember your dreams, you know, so you wake up, and I just think that death is kind of like that, and then
You know what that is?
eventually you just kind of wake up in something else. And so for me, I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't know. I just want it to just be.
Oh, baby,
over
am I
at
rubbing
some
off
point.
on
Fuck
you?
that. I want bionic legs. That's what I want.
Oh, fuck, am
I
I
want to be a
rubbing off
robot,
on
basically.
You know what you just said? You just said that reincarnation is a thing. That second life, third life, fourth life is a thing. And I swear to God, I'm rubbing off on you, dude.
Would you want to even be reincarnated
No,
though?
Would you
No,
let
no.
them
No,
That's
upload
kinda
your
ass, low-key.
consciousness to like a USB?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuck you. Because we just watched an episode of Black Mirror called San Junipero.
Oh, the
Yeah,
I think I've seen that one.
great.
Yes,
Which
yeah,
that's
yeah.
literally what that is after you die, they
No.
upload your consciousness to a place called San Junipero, and it's like
No.
heaven on earth. It's like you're on a beach, the weather's
It's a
perfect all the
retirement
time.
community
Well,
for dead
wasn't
people.
there
Exactly.
there was a whole show about that though, right? It was like the idea where like that whole thing was happening, except like after a couple hundred years, all the rich people just kept being like alive, and all the poor people just were being killed off.
No, the thing that I loved about San Junipero was they said if at any...
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It was like a legit thing. Yeah.
They
really
said
good.
in San Junipero, they said if you ever want to leave, you can. So if you've been there for 20, 30, 50 fucking years and you're like, I'm sick of this shit, you can just...
But you know how like
out.
some prisoners will be sentenced like 800 years in prison? Does that mean they actually have to be alive for 800 years? Because now
No.
they could be.
No, that just means that no matter what, because death sentences and life sentences became a little too... Well, we gave you a 40-year life sentence at 40 years old, and here you are at 86.
Let's just let them kill me at that point. Like,
And it's
who
like,
cares?
instead of euthanasia, they were like, I guess you're free. So now they charge you with the amount of years of the person you killed.
Yeah, but sometimes...
Times like 3.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll be like, oh, this guy 130 years in prison. I'm like, well, clearly he can't do that.
Well, he's not going
I
anywhere.
do
Yeah,
think
just
that's
like-
an interesting question,
That's
though, when
the
we're
only
talking about
thing.
if you can upload your consciousness to a computer, then like,
If
do
you're
they
in
just
prison afterwards?
Yeah.
do they just stick the computer in a cell?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think that I would want to necessarily like. I think the idea of it would be like awesome to be able to like the same thing with
Live on with San Junipero.
I think the idea would be great, and with that, where you could like when you're done with it, be able to like click yourself off. Because after you do so many things, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of bored now.
Done, yeah.
And I'm
problem
just
with-
done. I don't want to do this anymore. It would be great, but we don't have that right now. So for me, I'm just like,
We log out. We log out when we log out.
I
If
log
we've
out
made
when I
that
log out.
Right now, too, it would be like McDonald's branded.
God.
Facebook or
You
something.
live, you live within
No,
a 1
I'm
block
good.
radius of a McDonald's for the rest of
I don't
eternity.
I don't want that. I want to live my life.
But you get lifetime long McChickens.
Yeah. Forever.
We'll give you free fry for the
Like,
rest
is there
of your
enough bandwidth for like everyone to do that though?
Ah,
Like when you
as
think
of
about the
right
actual
now, no.
logistics, it's like
no.
As
only
of right
some
now,
people
no. The fact that I have too many people logged into my Wi-Fi and my Netflix lags, no.
Downloading this game.
Do you guys have Spectrum? No, it's terrible.
When we get quantum computing down, we got it.
We got it. We got it. We just got to outlive the system.
I don't know. I kind of just want to
That's
like reach maximum human potential.
Okay.
Like, I feel like we die kind of too early.
No,
All right.
I think
no,
we
no,
could.
no, no,
I
no.
feel like I
Time
could be like
check.
150.
Time check. Where are we
Yeah.
at?
We're at 10:46.
10:46.
So we are going.
Let's talk about
to-
our video games, and then let's play Cards
Yep.
Against Humanity, because I gave everybody a fucking deck. Let's
So
rock this shit.
with the video game stuff. Hold on, let me-
What console did you grow up on? What was the first console that you ever had? Because this was one of my ideas. So what console did
Do I
you
even remember
first
that?
have? What game did you first play, if you can remember it? What got you into gaming?
Yep. What gaming consoles did you grow up with? What were your favorite games? Discuss and
All right.
debate.
Yes, sir.
So, what gaming consoles did I grow up with? I grew up with PC, and then I also grew up with like the original Xbox. Like I remember when the original Xbox came out, and the original Halo came out, and me, my brother, and my dad sat down for a literal night and beat the entire game in a night. And
Oh, so you were up for a while.
we were up all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad's actually my half brother, his mom came down before he was born.
It was like, yo, what the fuck?
It came down and was like, why the fuck are they still awake? And my dad was like, it's not a school night.
We hanging, bro.
That's literally what he said. He was like, it's not a school night. And so like we literally stayed up all night. Like when the first original Xbox came out and the first original Halo like came out, me, my dad, and my brother beat the whole entire game in one fucking night. Like it was like that.
Did you even taste it though?
Oh yeah, I did, dude. I'll never forget that shit ever. Like
Okay.
I can literally picture in my mind, and it's one of the few things that I can remember from my childhood, like in that time of like my
A few moments of happiness in your childhood.
not even I don't
Oh.
no because I don't
I was just thinking, I'm so tired.
because I don't remember the moment of like playing the game. I just remember the bad moment of her coming down and being like.
So that's how you know it was a good time though, because you were just so into it.
It shows what we hold on to and what we don't.
Yeah.
That was a good memory.
I remember her coming down and being like, "You're
Yo,
still
what the
up with
fuck?"
them?" And her like yelling at my dad, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "It's not a school night, like it's a weekend, and like this shit just can't like I like video games with my kid. Like that's what we bonded. That's what me and my dad and my siblings have always bonded over. Like even like why I'm so into computer games now is because growing up, I had a computer at my dad's house, and I would play FPS games like Combat Arms or America's Army. You know, Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Go. You know, like all this shit that I like grew up on. Even like my dad bought a PS3. And then I would play MW3, and then I got really fucking good at that. And then I ended up playing nothing but free for all. I got good at it, and then created a separate account that was my own account, and then would play free for all. And that was the only thing that I would play on that account, and I had more wins than losses.
See,
You know what? That explains a lot about you as a person now, because you watch like Valorant and CS:GO tournaments.
Yeah, that's what I love.
And I'm like, why? But that explains a lot now.
I love the competitive like 5v5, like that shit is my bread and butter. Like the first person shooters, like it is literally the only thing that I was like grown up on.
That explains a lot now.
I was never a person that was. Now my brother's a little bit different. Like he likes like Fable, you know. Like I played a little bit of Fable when I was younger. Kind of got into it, was not super into it, but like I was always a first person shooter person. I grew up with that with my dad. Like that was the only thing that and because we would play like LAN together. Like my dad, my brother, like and me would play, you know, FPS games together, and we would like fuck around on Counter-Strike and stuff like that. Like this is the shit that I grew up on. That's the reason why. And then I
that
also
explains a lot.
enjoyed cars, and then so why I enjoy playing racing games too is because even back in the day before we had like, you know, really in-depth like steering wheels and stuff, direct, you know, drive and everything else,
Which you have literally under your PC right now.
My dad had this that's not even
you have a pedal system and you have a steering wheel.
It is not even that
which
that
at
good.
least is more advanced than my Wii fucking Mario Kart
Yeah,
steering
yes,
wheel.
but I remember back in the day when my dad had a like steering wheel and pedals that was like super fucking old, like, and it was for NASCAR, and it was literally just a gas and a pedal, and then
Praise hail, praise Dale.
You had a like steering wheel, and it was so fucking old, like, but for back then it was like new technology. And that got me into racing games. And then even I would play Ford Racing was one of the games. Ford Racing 3, actually, to be completely specific about it. And I would play that game with the spacebar and the arrow keys. The spacebar was the gas, and the arrow keys was to turn the car, and then control was to brake. So I would do that with the racing game. And so, like, I enjoy doing that so fucking much.
This
so then
is
when
why
I got older,
wanted this as a topic, because I was raised so differently.
And most people kind of are. Like, I had a very specific, it was FPS games and then racing games.
I'll say my shit's completely different.
Exactly.
But that's exactly.
And we talked earlier, even your shit and my shit is completely fucking different.
I'm still the same way now. I just like FPS and racing games. That's why I still play Counter-Strike. That's why I still play Valorant. That's why I still play, like, a set of course like a
We'll get into the reason why first-person shooters are not my gig.
Now, I don't like battle royales. That is
Me either.
I do not. I've tried it so much. I do not.
I feel like it came out after our time. Like, we were so
old,
mature.
That's a good way to put it.
During that time, that like battle royale games came out when certain people were teenagers and we were no longer teenagers.
Yeah, because battle royale came out when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
So like it would have been
we were, like, a little too up there.
Here's what I think about battle royales: is that there was a potential for it, but they fucking suck.
They gimmicked it.
They
a little
suck.
too hard.
They suck at making battle royales.
Yeah.
It could have been a thing, but when it's constantly like with like Call of Duty, where it's constantly like, what's the meta? And they keep like changing guns, and then like
That's why I like Call of Duty Zombies.
I don't like
Right.
games as
because
a
you
service
have
in
to
general.
do things
Battle
in a
Royale is
certain
that.
fucking
It's
way.
so fucking dumb.
I will say I got to the point when I was really good at like Call of Duty, but like once Fortnite came out and it completely kind of changed the landscape of like what
Yeah.
that type of like first person shooter was. Now you
Right.
can like build stuff. There's different elements of the game that I just was not willing to learn.
Nope.
Like I'm boots on the ground.
Nope.
Yeah.
And
That's
as
it.
somebody that
That's all I
never
can do.
liked Minecraft, I couldn't get
Oh,
behind
I love
Fortnite.
Minecraft.
I
man.
couldn't get behind
That's my
Minecraft.
shit.
That's why when
Sims.
Sims was
Sims I
fun.
could do.
when
Minecraft, no.
when Fortnite came out with a no build,
Yeah, no build.
and then there were so many people that flocked back to fucking Fortnite, and me included. That was like,
I
oh, there
kind
was
of like no build. I play it.
there was the
sometimes.
no build,
yeah.
and you were like, oh shit. It's now just a battle royale, but Fortnite. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about some dude building a fucking tower in 2.6
But
seconds.
even with no build, Fortnite is so wacky. You got motherfuckers
It is.
throwing grenades that'll, I don't know, bounce you off the map or some shit. You're like,
It's
It's
Yeah,
so
what the
weird.
fuck is
they
going
did
on
too
here?
much. They did too much. Instead of restricting, which I've heard you talk about why you like CS:GO so much, is that restriction of what you can and cannot fucking have. I feel like Fortnite went into a lot of, we'll give you whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
I will say-
and then it
that's
became
perfect
OP.
for children.
But-
And then it became
yes.
OP as fuck, so any new players that wandered in, you didn't have all this OP shit. And then it was like, well, I'm getting beaten by 7-year-olds.
I will say, Travis. They did one thing in Fortnite that was really unique. They did concerts in Fortnite. Like I think
Oh,
Travis
yeah.
Scott performed in
Yes.
Fortnite.
Did.
Yes. But
As
same
much
thing.
as I love Travis Scott, I can't forgive him after his festival. I really
Which one?
can't.
What was that one called again?
I know what you're talking
Where
about.
people
Yeah.
literally died
Yeah.
and got trampled, and it's like, as a festival goer, that should never.
But is
happen.
that a fault of his or a fault of?
That is a fault of his. The fact that I have watched way bigger EDM artists stop the music entirely to be like, is that person okay? It's inexcusable. The fact that he saw multiple people on the ground, people screaming, crying, asking for help, and he
Yeah.
still was just like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, 'cause
like,
that's
no.
true. Because you can even see like Slipknot festivals from
You
back in the
can
day,
see
and they'll
that
they'll
shit.
stop the show if like a person's like unconscious
that's
or
where
something.
rap and heavy metal divide.
Yeah.
Is like, most rap artists are too like, this is about me, go fuck yourself. And I love Travis Scott's music. I really fucking do. He makes some really
I
good
wouldn't
fucking
say
music.
all,
but no, not all.
Yeah.
But him as a person, it's a lot of, and a lot of rap music in general is just like, look at how fucking great I am. Fuck
That's
you
always
guys, look
that's
how
always
great
the
I am.
general vibe of rap though. Like I think that's why people like
There are
it.
some rappers he's thinking Mac Miller right fucking now, and I know it. Mac was not.
Damn, call
Mac-
it out.
Mac was not like that. Mac and
Damn, call me
Juice,
out.
Mac and Juice and XXX were great fucking human beings, and that is the difference, and that's the reason
I can
why.
name other ones too.
That's the reason why the
Chris
industry.
I don't know if they were
that's-
great human beings, but they were definitely talented.
They were great, but they were.
I don't know, Mac Miller, bro. I haven't heard any fucking
Juice?
interview.
Mac was
I
probably.
haven't heard
X-
any
X
interview
had
where
a little-
anybody
Yeah,
has
he
ever
had
said
his
anything
issues.
bad about Mac Miller.
I'm thinking more so X. That dude,
X
he had some
had a
violence.
little bit of controversy in there. There was where he beat his girlfriend.
A little
We all
controversial.
heard
I know
about
a little
that.
controversial. It's a little bit. You know,
There
like,
was some
yeah.
controversy in there. If we took X out of that, because after that happened, X did try to be a better person. It wasn't like he continued to do it. He did try to be a better person. But when it
Yeah.
comes to Juice, Juice was an amazing fucking person. Jared was amazing. He was working on getting sober, which is why our community was so distraught when he died, because he was trying to get sober because him and his girlfriend were trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
So she was like, I will have a baby with you if you get clean. And he was working on getting clean, and then he overdosed and died. So, like, not only could we have had a baby Juice world in the world, but he was trying to get better, and then he got
Juice
caught with some
Moon.
shit. He got caught with some shit. He decided to
Okay.
take the
Hold on.
bullet and
Hold on.
didn't survive.
Can I rewind this a little bit and talk about X? Did he do now, because we don't know, but did he try and become a better person because he knew that was the only thing that he could do for
No.
his image?
No.
Did he Chris Brown it?
Because
Or...
Chris
Like, he
Brown's
beat his
wild.
girlfriend, and then he was like,
No.
"Oh no,
Chris
everybody's
Brown's
upset." So
Chris
I
Brown's
gotta
wild
get
because
better.
like he actually did
I'm
it.
just- I'm
and
not-
like he's
I'm
still
asking.
like people are
And
still
he's like,
fucking
I
with
didn't
him.
beat
don't
that
fuck with
woman.
Chris Brown.
Like, but
I
the
don't-
whole
I
people
don't fuck with
do
Chris
to
Brown.
hear.
Like,
from
he
video
actually-
games.
X was a mental health advocate. So after everything that happened with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was pregnant at the time, which is why things got a little fucking shifty, his girlfriend has since forgiven him, and on top of that, he was a mental health advocate to where he would go on like fucking Omegle. He would go on places where like nobody was seeing him unless they were reaching out to him and give mental health advice and tell them like, you're beautiful, you can fucking do it. He was trying to do better as a person.
See, I don't know this. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I didn't know any of
How
that.
did we
like
get to hear from video
piece of
games?
shit.
What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
How
Chris
did
Brown.
we
We're
get
at, the,
here?
we're at the time.
Travis Scott can suck my dick.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was
Thank
just
you,
talking,
Trey.
I'm just talking, I mean, with the same thing with like COD right now, where they're putting in like the boys like
Oh yeah.
the abilities and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's
they're
like the
adding superpowers
lasers
to
and all,
COD.
and, like that shit. So fucking
they're
dumb.
crowd pleasing a little too much.
And that's my problem with like video
Yeah.
games nowadays, and that's why I
Well, that's
Yeah.
why games like
All
CS:GO
video
like have
games
withstood the
blend
test of
together
time.
now. They all
It's like
feel the
CS:GO
same.
changed very minimally, if not at all.
And now we're coming out with CS2,
Yeah.
where they're like changing things, but like I feel like for the better. Where
Yeah.
like the smokes, where you can like shoot through the smokes, and you can kind of like see. It's like real life, where if somebody threw a smoke down and you shoot through it, there's gonna be a little
gonna
opening,
be a
and you can
silhouette.
kind of see
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
through that little opening and shit like that. Or when you throw a smoke down, that smoke will create through that area.
What I have
Like-
noticed and what I do love about Valorant and CS:GO is you're working together as a team, whereas Call of Duty was more like free for all
No.
than anything.
So let me ask this. So I know you really like first person shooters, but was there like, what were you into? Cause I'm curious. I'm curious. Like, what were you? Cause you said it was very different from that. So I'm kind of curious to
Okay.
be like, what are we diving into?
The first system I ever got was obviously the N64.
Okay.
Like,
When did that come out?
N64 came
Oh,
out in
actually.
I think 1990
Damn.
ish.
No.
Really?
Wait later.
Do us a Google.
Yeah, definitely
Kevin.
later.
Hey Kevin, Google that.
Hey Kevin, Google it. Yeah, we got Trey to do the production, and then we got Kevin the Googler.
There we go. Perfect team.
Once we get your computer,
96. Okay, so that was the year before I was born. N64, it was, I don't know, this might scratch
when
an
did the
itch for
Super
somebody.
Nintendo come out?
N64, the first game I ever played was Pokemon Snapshot.
What the fuck is that?
It's where you ride around in a little like train car and you take pictures of Pokemon. And that's how you get points. And it was the most simple fucking game you could possibly think of.
Okay.
No violence, just all like you got points based on the quality of picture that you took of each Pokemon that you saw.
Oh, yes!
You remember that?
I do actually. Yes, I do.
Okay, but the thing
I do
that got me
remember that.
into gaming was definitely the GameCube. So when Legend of Zelda came out on the GameCube, that's when I was like, holy shit, free roam is dope. Like, I started playing Wind Waker. Wind Waker was my first one, and then I dove straight into Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess
and
slaps.
the older I get, the more I'm like, holy shit, that was revolutionary. For like the early 2000s, first of all, GameCube was the first console to come up with. Shut the fuck up. How come anytime anybody else talks, you can be goofy? But I try to be
I'm
goofy
just
when
a
you
fucking
talk and
dumbass.
you're
I'm
like,
sorry.
GameCube was the first console to ever come out with wireless controllers. They were shitty, and I still have them. But wireless controllers, first console ever to come out with wireless controllers. And on top of that, when it comes to graphic design, especially me as an art nerd, that's the first game that came out with that level of just, wow, this game is beautiful. When it came out with Twilight Princess especially,
Yeah.
it was the first game that was groundbreaking for graphics. And you look at it and you're like, shit, this is good. For like 2002?
Yeah.
Holy
Man,
fuck.
it's great. I've never played a Zelda game. Like ever.
Baby, I got a Triforce tattoo.
Like
Because that's the
I've
first.
never played a Zelda game
Because that's
either.
the first game that I ever
yo.
played.
High five.
hell
And
yeah,
then
Trey.
as a teenager, I started diving into zombies.
Yeah.
And then I tried to play regular Call of Duty in the lobbies as a female.
Oh,
and
you were
the-
getting shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this little like sidetrack right quick. Honestly, the lobbies before and after the game were more fun than the actual game sometimes. Like I would talk so much shit.
In 2012?
In 2012, you could say whatever you wanted back
In
then.
2012,
Like, you could get away
if
with
I
anything.
went into a lobby, people would be
Oh.
like, "Oh my god, it's like a girl."
You literally
Like,
couldn't
no.
get away from it.
No,
It's so toxic.
I was the person who would never talk.
it was so bad.
I didn't talk.
It was.
I
so
was the
bad.
kid with the. I had the headset.
Even if
I
I
was
didn't
screaming
talk,
into that
Nope,
shit.
Nope.
The first time that I ever dove into the online community, I was shit on. So everything after that was like, even if I wasn't vocal, even if I had a muted mic. I still wasn't up to speed with everybody because I was just piled on constantly to the point where I couldn't get better.
Oh, I see.
I couldn't progress because there was nobody there to, go only girl in the fucking chat.
I genuinely think like those lobbies made me a worse human being.
It's
like
terrible.
I could have been like
the fact that I was called the N-word.
Made me really, really good at insulting people.
See,
Come up with a new insult besides calling somebody a hard R. First off,
this is where
that's so unoriginal.
This is where I think like Counter-Strike.
I like that the problem with it is that it's old. It's like that's an old joke.
What the fuck, dude? And
not that
now,
it's the
if I
N-word,
were to
it's just
join
that it's
online communities now, I would
attack.
immediately be a pick-me. Because I'm the only girl in the chat.
oh, it was opposite. Back then it was opposite. It was
I am
different.
a pick-me. I'm a everybody pay attention to me because I was born with a vagina. I've tried it, and I hate it.
This is why I kind
can't
of
online game.
enjoyed like CS:GO and why I grew up on it and what made me like kind of the gamer that I am today, where I can go to Call of Duty and play like competitive COD and play like Search and Destroy and stuff like that is because of the game sense.
If you have me as a second in zombies, you're good.
But this is my point though, is that like I didn't have to talk. And it was like I paid attention, like because when I first started playing Counter-Strike,
You don't have to talk, but you can hear.
I didn't even have a microphone. I played on a laptop like this with an external keyboard and a mouse.
But you
and a
can
mouse
hear.
pad. So but here's what I'm telling you. Listen to me. I could hear, yes. But the only thing that I could hear was what everybody else was saying when they were doing call-outs.
Well, the call-outs. That's the only game that people do
Call of
call-outs.
Duty, Call of Duty call-outs don't exist.
Yeah. So that or like Rainbow Six maybe.
But I learned. But I learned though is that's what made me such a like good gamer today and want to have like such like gamer sense is because I had to learn on a 30 FPS. I had like a 30 to 60 FPS is the base of what I had for Counter-Strike when I actually really started to get into it on a laptop with an external keyboard and a mouse and a mouse pad. I was sitting there trying to learn my like everything. So I had to really focus on what was going on because I didn't have the FPS that everybody else did. So when I peeked a corner, it was late for me.
You have to keep in mind.
It was early for everybody else. But what I did is that I made sure that I was paying attention to what everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
On
and
top
so nowadays,
and I won't blame that on being born as a girl. By the way, I'm non-binary. But being born as a girl, on top of that, also it was I might be autistic. The doctor that I went to was like, "Hey, pretty sure you have autism." And I'm like, "Well, that would fill in a lot of gaps." Those two combined with also being ADHD, it was very like kick me when I'm down. You know, it wasn't progressive. So when it came to storyline and like map games, I was all for that. When I had to play by myself and I'm so fucking good at Legend of Zelda. I'm not kidding you. When that was the first game that I ever latched onto, I can beat any Legend of Zelda you give me 3 days. Like, I got it. Yeah, I don't have to go along with the storyline and I learned that when it came to Breath of the Wild. I played Breath of the Wild on Switch. I got through it in about a week because I was like, do I want to do the storyline? No, I don't want to do the storyline, but I kind of want to do the storyline because you have to remember things between you and Zelda that happened in order to get that storyline achievement. I didn't want to fucking do that shit. I didn't want to do any of it. In the matter of, if you want 100% Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's going to take you months.
Oh, see, I was that type of person where like I like the achievements that you can get
Now
because
I
like
want
that's what
100%
I would do. Like my gamers growing on Xbox was fucking
I'm
massive
a
because
map
all I would do
lover.
is just do achievements.
I'm
That
a
was
map
it.
wanderer. When it comes to being like diving into the gaming world, I want to feel like I am not here, I'm there. So when it comes to games with gigantic maps, and we're talking 6 times the size of the Skyrim map on Breath of the Wild, 10 out of 10 recommend. I explore every single corner of it, and then I'm like, okay, I need to get the most powerful weapon I could possibly get, the most powerful shield I could possibly get, and I need to amplify my health bar so that I can go in and beat the main boss, and I did that within 2 weeks. because I was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna beat him.
Did you ever play
Period.
Dark Souls then?
Greatest game series
No.
ever.
No,
I
I
know
played.
you said that, and I was like, "These motherfuckers just got a hard on right now."
I got
'Cause
into
that's not my stuff.
I got into Elder Scrolls for a little bit, but no, not Dark Souls. I need recommendations because I am an affiliate on Twitch. I need to find something else to stream.
Dude, start Dark Souls.
Yes.
100%.
If you're like that, I think from the way that these motherfuckers have all been talking about it, that you would like Dark
It's
Souls.
funny. I never
sure I would.
never actually beat Dark Souls though. I was just so infuriated by the game. I just stopped.
There's a lot
I
of
couldn't beat
games-
it. I would
There's
get
a lot
mad.
of games that I've wanted to dabble in, especially Diablo,
Diablo's cool.
that I haven't really gotten around to. But
So let me ask this, and so I kind of like off topic. What do you think the most timeless game is, though? Like, what's a game that's gonna always be around? Yeah, Mario.
Mario.
Because I was gonna say Minecraft. I think Minecraft's just gonna be around forever.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's creative.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's why there's like they gave the tools where you can. I saw someone that made an actual computer in Minecraft with like just like the redstone and stuff.
Oh,
they
yeah.
made a working computer. I think it's such a simple design, but so intricate at the same time that it just kind of allows you to do literally anything.
I think GTA is one of those games that's so fucking like magnanimous. It's always gonna be around in some form. Even when they stop making GTAs, there's gonna be an open world game.
They
like
did the
GTA.
perfect marketing for GTA. They haven't made a GTA since 2012. 13.
Really?
So it's been literally 10 years.
I
Since
would,
GTA?
I would like to say that like Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Well, it's been around since the 90s, right?
Yes.
It's
And
like the
then
granddaddy of competitive
They're
shooters.
just now coming out with like what they're calling CS2, but CS:GO was like 2013, I think. So it's been 10 years, and they've been doing tournaments this entire time. And then now they're starting to come out with CS2, which is going to be like the new and revamped, which,
Yeah.
like I was talking about earlier, like they're adding new things to it and everything else. I think that's going to be one of the games that will always stand a test of time because it is literally simple.
Yeah.
It
I
is-
think that's what it comes down to, though, simplicity.
5v5 of like you get these certain things, and then how do you as a team execute that?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so difficult, and that's what makes it so interesting. Is like because a team can execute something, but how can that other team know what you're doing and then execute something to combat that? And like it's just so interesting to me. Now Valorant is where like you get different, where you are choosing these different agents that have different abilities, and it can change through every single map and every single match. You don't know what you're gonna go up against. You don't know until that team picks those agents, and then it's like, oh well, what do we have that can combat that? Like that, which I think is also a huge thing, also.
Yeah.
And can be something great. But like with CS:GO, why I love it is you get this, and that's it. How can you fucking do that?
The reason I said Mario for timeless is because you have to think about all the spin-offs. You have to think about all the spin-offs. Like I told you the other day, I want to redo Super Mario Sunshine because I have almost all the Shine sprites, but I want to start them over because me and my mom collected all of those Shine sprites. And when you said that, CS:GO and the games that you played was a bonding thing for you and your dad, that's me and my mom with Legend of Zelda. Like my mom beat Skyward Sword before I did. And that shit was so fucking funny to me because she's not cool mom. She's not gamer mom. She's not anything like that. Like she'll sit on fucking Farmville for like 6 hours a day.
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like that was a major thing for me. But when it comes to Mario, you have to think of when it comes to the franchise, they have so many different things.
Well, I think the
that they can do
franchise
with
of
that.
Mario does its work for it. It's
It
like you
could
can literally
live
make any
forever.
game out of Mario. Just the fact that it's called Mario is going to get.
And
Mario
it will,
Galaxy,
it could
Yeah.
live.
fucking Mario Party.
You ever play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games?
Basically,
No.
video
What the
game.
fuck? I used to
Oh,
love that. It was-
yes!
you know that it was on the Wii.
It's a Wii game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Mario
it
and
could
Sonic
live-
at the
it could
Olympic
live
Games.
forever.
We played that.
Yeah, we played
Yes,
together.
we did. Yes, we did. I know we did.
Yeah.
I've got Super Mario Brothers. I've got I've got Sonic Heroes, but I don't have the mix of the two.
Dude,
That sounds
I
sick.
know for a
We
fact.
probably played together.
I know for a fact.
You know what's
we did.
interesting? This topic's really interesting because
fucking hilarious.
it's because me and Austin and I have known each other for essentially about my entire life.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the games that I played were a direct result of what Austin was playing. So for example, I got really big into Halo because when I would go over to Austin's house, he was playing Halo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll play Halo. Why
Guitar
not?
Hero.
Guitar. That was another one. We used to like have the full band set. Where like it before it was all playing Guitar Hero. I was like 10 years old.
I have DJ Hero, so I have
that
the
was a-
turntable.
We had that too.
Yep.
We had a Guitar Hero World Tour. Is what we had.
Yeah,
so we
I'm
had the drum set, and then like
So
we
he
had the
looked at
guitars
you.
and everything.
He
Yeah, we
looked at
had-
you like Big Brother.
Essentially, well, he is he's my god brother. But like we had
that's
two
so
guitars, so we had a
cute.
guitar, we'd have a bass, we had a singer, and we had a drummer, and we would cycle through for hours.
Yep.
That's so cute.
We
Yeah.
literally would. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it was amazing. Like that was something that was like super awesome about, because we did have the Guitar Hero World Tour, and so like when we would get everybody together and we would just play fucking songs and shit.
Yep.
Like
That's so
And
cute, dude.
normally, and I even ended up getting like a extra bass pedal for the drum set, so
Yeah.
that we could do double bass with the drum set.
This was
because
back in
some
the
of
day
the
where-
songs
yeah.
needed the double
Yep.
bass and shit like
This
that.
was back when like the Xbox 360 would get like the red ring of death.
Oh yeah.
Where like we're basically it was overheat, you have to wait like an hour and then you can play
He
again.
left your Xbox One on overnight, and he was like, "Oh shit, I left the Xbox on," and I was like, "It's okay, Red Ring doesn't exist after Xbox
That
One.
was
It's
a
fine."
thing. I remember that.
That wasn't why. It was just like still using electricity. That was the only reason. But I knew it doesn't get the right ring of death
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, no, we would play like Rock Band and then Guitar Hero and shit like that. Like Guitar Hero 2, which had like Beast and the Harlot on it. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
Avenged Sevenfold? Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
Dude.
only reason why I know Red Hot Chili Peppers is a thing.
Oh
It's
yeah.
because of Guitar Hero. I had it on my DS.
You know what's weird though? Like even in like I don't know if I've ever told Austin this, but a big reason why the music I listen to today is directly because of what he was listening to when I was a kid. So like, for example, you used to really be into like Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
I remember
I still
on the
am.
on the door
I still am.
on the door to your room you had A7X.
I did.
On your door.
I
I remember
did.
that.
That makes
It
sense.
was that. It was
That
like
makes so much
Slipknot. I
sense.
think too was another one.
Yeah.
And like
That also
I
makes
grew
sense.
up like listening to like my mom and dad, they listened to like rock and stuff. Like it was like Foo Fighters or some shit,
Oh my
which is cool.
God.
But then like I
Fighters
didn't know
slap.
what like heavy metal was until like I heard you listening to like Slipknot. What the hell is this? And I loved it, and I still listen to it, man. So it's been like
We listened to Slipknot earlier.
like 15 years.
I'm gonna cry.
But
Dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna send you some
okay.
more music because
Yeah.
I've definitely refined my music over the years.
No, I'm sure it's been for like 15
Yeah.
years.
Oh yeah.
I really
But
want
no.
to play this Cards Against
But no.
Humanity
Yeah.
game. So
Dude.
please, for the love of God, Mateo, go into your fucking game console.
No.
Oh, game cons-
No, hold on, because
Okay.
because like my, that. I'm so happy
It's
because
so
I
heartwarming.
have so much more shit that I could like
Yeah.
throw your way that you would
I
be
played
like,
a Trey
oh shit.
you earlier, and you were like,
And honestly, some of the shit is because of Wes. A lot of the shit that I've like gotten more into is because of Wes, like Blood Command.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Blood Command sucks.
Oh, dude.
remember
That
the
song?
last time we were here, and you were
Purple
playing
Shells.
Knocked
There's
Loose,
like-
and you were like, that
Knocked Loose is
arf was
good.
so deliberate.
There's like Bullet for My Valentine and like
Exactly.
shit like that,
Still into
or
Bullet
like
for My
I was listening
Valentine.
to as like a kid. I'm like, it was a spinoff of like everything else. You just kind of went down this rabbit hole. You just kind of find it after time.
Dude, I got so much more to give you. If you are saying that, I got so much more shit.
Oh yeah, I think
To
it's
fuck-
honestly
yeah.
it to kind of define the music that I listen to nowadays, because like my sisters are a bit different. They don't really listen to like heavy metal or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that does, and it's purely because of that. Growing up is like I had that kind of like
I cracked,
influence, I should
cracked
say.
my neck, and I remembered.
I didn't think I had that much influence on you, bud.
And like it's weird because
lie.
well, cause you figure there was like a good like couple of years where like especially when I was younger, like I was at your house like almost every day.
I lived with you at one point.
Yeah.
I
So
hate
it's like
to be
those,
the person that blocks this up. Both of you could shut the fuck up. I just remembered that this is why I got excited every week. Hold on.
oh.
Alright, continue.
But yeah, man.
No, I didn't know that I had that much influence.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really, I didn't.
Mhm.
That's awesome though. I love that.
Because
seriously.
and I think I realized it like way later because I was thinking like, because no one else in my family listens to like Slipknot or like any of that. So I'm
Right.
like, why do I like this? And it was like, oh, it's just because. Well, that's why. Because like I had the most direct interaction with you, and that's what you were listening to.
Yeah.
So that's just what I got into.
You ever listen to the System of a Down?
Oh, of course,
That's
dude.
so
okay,
wholesome,
yeah,
dude.
That or
Okay,
like
alright.
you
Well,
have
it
that,
makes
you have like
sense.
Disturbed, you have like all these different bands
This
out
is
here.
so fucking wholesome,
Yeah.
dude. I just,
Yeah.
oh
I
my
remember
God.
I had like the 10,000 Fist, like
Yeah.
like Disturbed.
10,000
Yeah, I had the
Fists
album.
in
I would have
the air.
blasted it in my room, and I was like 12.
Yeah. Breaking Benjamin.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, dude, I could name.
And the only thing I think of
Most
when
in
I
3D's
hear
Grace is all of it.
when I
Yeah.
hear Breaking
dude.
Benjamin, the only thing I hear is the Diary of Jane.
That's a good ass song,
That's
though.
it.
Jane,
Diarrhea Jane.
help me.
Fucking, I found all those bands because my mom was a drug addict and would like just collect random
Rock
CDs.
and
She had a
roll.
giant collection, and I would
Okay.
dig through it every so often and put it in our 6 disc.
See, I had like
changer.
the Dixie Chicks.
Well, no,
and-
it was
Yeah.
that. It was that shit too. There was
Yeah.
like Dixie Chicks and then Eminem and then fucking.
Dixie Chicks
Oh,
fucking slaps.
Yeah, my mom
what?
loves Eminem.
Yeah, and then
Loves them.
we
So
would
do I.
blast Eminem out the
Yeah.
fucking windows of the
Who
house in the
doesn't
neighborhood.
like
It's like it's Eminem and the Foo Fighters and Prince, like our top three.
I mean, wait, we
Raspberry
cracked.
beret.
Me and my family cracked up when like we had VS or VH1. And then like
Yeah.
MTV back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
And then like the Foo Fighters Best of You, when like the microphone's sitting like right here, and he goes, "I got another confession to make."
Dude, I remember when
Leave Dave Grohl
I'm no
alone.
fool.
dude, I remember when
Leave Dave Grohl alone. He is a
I got
legend.
another chance to
I remember
break.
I'm old enough to where like
You. Like, and it's just
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
coming in and out of the fucking camera. We were
I remember like before school in the morning when I was a kid, we would listen to like VH1 and stuff.
Yes.
I remember like when Muse, the song Uprising came out by Muse.
Oh my god.
That, like it had the giant
Oh my
teddy
God.
bears in the music video, and like I remember this like I was like 10 or 11. I'm like, damn.
I was like almost graduating high school when that came out.
oh shit.
It's like almost graduating high school.
Yeah, I was actively in like the 4th grade.
Yeah, I'm old.
Holy shit, dude.
Fourth grade.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
But yeah, I'll go back to the consoles. We'll get back on track.
Yes.
So when I was growing up, my first console was the PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
Even though
baby.
I wasn't alive when it came out, it's just the first thing I had in the house.
Yep, that's
'Cause
the
my
first thing
uncle
that
had
you
one.
remember.
The first thing I remember, the first game I ever played, probably not a good thing, but it was Grand Theft Auto. And I remember that because my dad used to love playing it a lot.
What do you have, like San Andreas?
No, it was on Vice City.
Vice City.
Right
So
on.
it was before that. It was on the
Yeah,
PS.
Vice City.
I was
Yeah.
playing Grand Theft Auto. I was like 6 or 7.
That's fantastic.
Playing Grand Theft Auto.
My
And-
daughter is 6, and she
Yeah.
plays Grand Theft Auto
Hell
with Kevin.
yeah! It's a
My
great. It's
grandma,
great.
she's 7 now, and I'm like, dude, you know how to play GTA.
But I remember like going and like I remember like writing down all the cheat codes to the point where like I still remember some of
Oh
them
my
today.
God.
Like I can do like triangle, square, circle, X, L,
No
L, and down
shit,
up.
you
That
still
gives you
remember
the
that.
first tier of weapon.
Fuck
I
you.
do. Look it up. It's an
Fuck
actual.
you.
It is. I remember it.
No
'cause-
way.
Because I used
Do
to.
you remember when we had the books?
Yeah.
That,
They had all this stuff. Yeah, I remember that
Yes.
shit. I used to literally study it. That's all I would do.
I still remember some fucking cheat codes from back in the day.
Yeah.
So many Pokemon
Like old
books,
PC
dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember any of that shit. Well, I'm also
Oh,
a
fuck.
drug addict. That's-
Oh, wait.
But yeah.
Hold on. So after the GameCube came the Game Boy. Bro, Game
See,
Boy Color?
I only had the Game Boy Advance.
You only had Advance?
I had
The Game
Advance. That's
Boy
it.
came out before
But
GameCube.
I'm talking
I had
about in
Advance.
my experience.
Oh well, yeah, yeah.
Am
I'm
I-
talking about in my
wait,
experience.
wait.
I had GameCube first and then my Game Boy Color, and I went so deep into Pokemon.
No, but the
Fuck
Game Boy,
me.
the Game Boy Color came out before the GameCube.
It did, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I played
Oh,
it
okay,
afterwards
okay.
because I went console first and then handheld
Oh, okay.
after.
I was like, I remember having a Game Boy Color like way before.
Oh
the
yeah.
Oh,
GameCube.
But no,
dude.
I was playing GTA. No, I remember I had the King Kong game. That was really fun. And that shit was actually scary. I used to be afraid of that game because you were like first person in the King Kong game. and it was really fun.
That
And, like,
game was actually kind of cool. Yeah.
yeah, it's a cool ass game.
While we were talking about VH1, when fucking oh my god, I hate this. So when Michael Jackson's Thriller came out on VH1 and we were watching it like in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was terrified of that music video.
It's crazy. I have
It
about
was the zombies.
I have 0 memories from the 90s.
I just remember
Really?
Shakira.
I was not alive in the 90s.
Shakira.
Oh, baby, you talking like that? That's
No,
exactly.
she was my Shakira's.
remember all
She
that
was my celebrity crush when I was a
First
kid.
crush?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
so
dude.
pretty.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Thank you. Oh,
I
God,
can't
she
even
was
remember
sexy
my
as
first
fuck.
celebrity crush. It was
Okay,
probably a
hold on,
cartoon.
Video
Okay,
game.
all right,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
hold on.
Let me tell you about it.
Hold on, I really
Yeah.
want to ask, like, because we've been talking way too fucking long, but I want to get like Wes and Trey.
Yeah.
I want to know what you guys like.
Hold
what
on.
your guys
No. Hold on. Wait. What was the first game that you played that got you into gaming?
Oh, into gaming? See, that's different.
Into gaming.
Into gaming? Fuck, I don't know. Because, like, I didn't really game until, like, I was actually older. Probably Call of Duty.
There
Modern
you go.
Warfare 2.
The
Okay,
first
alright.
one that really was like, okay, this is something I like.
I played Guitar Hero, which I think Guitar Hero had a chance to be timeless until they fucked it up with the newer ones.
Yay.
Because they completely changed the guitar.
Yay.
And that's what that fucked the entire game. 'Cause
After DJ Hero, they just kind of dropped off.
well, those fuckers, they played, like, through the Fire and the Flames on, like, 10x speed. And, like, that's all they were doing.
No,
Speedrunners.
Yeah.
no, because they added that little like thing at the bottom of like Guitar Hero also, because you have like Guitar Hero and then you had Rock Band,
Well, yeah.
and so like Rock Band had kind of like a different, but then like Guitar Hero had like where you had the buttons up here, but then there was like this like freestyle thing that you could do
See,
down at the
but
bottom.
even that
That is
wasn't
true.
bad to me. But the newest guitar, I don't know if you've ever seen the newest Guitar Hero guitars. It's not even the 5 buttons anymore. It's like 3 sets of 2, and you make chords.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
they're trying
No,
too hard.
Fuck that
I
shit.
have
No.
seen that.
It looks like
No,
it was
fuck
ass.
that
I played it
shit.
one
I've
time,
seen
and I was
that.
pissed off.
Fuck that shit.
And they
Okay.
ruined it. They put like Taylor Swift and shit in the game. Like, this is not rock.
No.
What the fuck is this?
That's how I feel about Hot Topic. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you playing Justin Bieber while I'm in
Yeah,
Hot
it's
Topic?
like there's a time and a place for these people. It's
There
not in a
are.
hot topic.
It's not here.
Keep them out of my video games.
Exactly.
All right, Wes.
All right,
what
Wes.
was your
I gotta take a
what
piss.
was your
You're back.
first? What was
I
your
feel
first
you.
game?
As the resident old.
The oldest person here.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil?
Elder of the room.
You fucking elder.
Trying to think like what my earliest experience with gaming was, because it's fuzzy. I'm old.
Well, it was like 20 years ago, so.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I was young as shit when I started playing games.
Yeah?
I had a Game Boy, the original Game Boy, like the big blocky, didn't have a backlight, like.
Yep. And you had to get like the little fucking light
No.
thing for
Yeah,
it.
that didn't even exist.
Oh, you're
yet.
talking about the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had one of those too, actually.
Yeah,
Not
one of
gonna
the-
lie. I had one of
I,
those too.
I had an original Nintendo Entertainment System, an NES.
Yep.
I had the Super Nintendo, and I would play the shit out of Mortal Kombat 3 on that. Also, Donkey Kong and
Donkey
Super
Kong,
Mario
bro.
Bros.
Yes.
Super Mario Bros. 3, too, that was fucking great. The one where you finally got the cattail thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Or raccoon, or whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but also like PC gaming. So like, obviously I had like PS1, PS2. I was a PlayStation kid. I had Nintendo first because that was out first. But
Yep.
fucking suddenly there was a PS1, and it was like, this is the shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Road Age game on the N64, I think.
I never had an N64.
I remember when my
Really?
brother got a PS1, and that was very much like, wow.
Yeah, well that's like, pretty sure the original Silent Hill was on PS1. And then
Yes, it was.
It was.
That's,
Yes, it
that's
was.
what got me like deeply into like the horror,
Oh,
and especially
Silent Hill.
like single player horror where it's just the story.
And
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. I grew up in a time in gaming where like if you wanted to play online, it was a LAN party. Like you had to like go over to
Yes.
somebody's house and
Yes.
hook up wires to each other's
Yeah, yeah.
computers.
That shit was nuts.
Yeah. Like there
Somebody-
wasn't multiplayer
Somebody
really.
brought up RuneScape the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
y'all still play RuneScape? I played Webkins.
what's that one? What's the one game that's got like 17 iterations and it would like start out on
Skyrim.
the no, it started on like the PlayStation.
Final Fantasy?
Yes,
Final
thank you.
Oh, it's like
Fantasy.
50
Yes,
of those.
I had Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 1.
I was playing
Actually,
Tekken,
back in the
man.
day.
Final Fantasy.
I did.
That's definitely it.
I remember like I was also born in the era where like when you were PC gaming, there would be like you'd get a game and then
Sorry.
there'd be a demo disc with it where you could play like 20 other games.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, or like I played the original Tomb Raider on a demo disc.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me because like I didn't have any of that. Like that was a
Yeah.
little bit, that was before me. So
Yeah.
like when I
Yeah.
grew up, like there wasn't that. I will say that like renting games was a big thing when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like, going-
Blockbuster.
Like Blockbuster or a GameStop,
Blockbuster.
not
I
GameStop,
was-
but like a Family Video or some shit like that.
I was part
Yeah,
of the
you were
generation
still
where
around
you
for
could,
Blockbuster.
Yeah, I was. That's what I'm
you
saying.
could
But,
rent
like,
a console from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
you could rent consoles and shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
yes, you
I
could.
didn't know that.
When
Yes, you
you're as
could.
old as me back then, yeah, you could.
Yes, you could.
It was only for a bit, and they eventually
I remember
stopped doing
the
it.
only reason I had good grades was because I could bring my report card to Family Video and they give us a discount
Yeah.
on getting games.
We
That's all I
rented my
wanted.
first GameCube before my mom ever got me one.
Yeah.
Yep.
My formative games, like the games that I was like, this is what got me into gaming. There's like 2 or 3. The ones that I remember really clearly are my mom would take me to work on the days that like there wasn't school with her,
Yeah.
or like she'd be like, "You're not going to school today. Come to work with me." And yeah,
I had a few of those.
yeah, drug addict mom. Anyway, she worked for the
Was
family.
my mom on drugs?
She worked for the family business because like it was hard for her to get a real job, so she just
Oh,
worked for
okay.
my grandma.
Okay.
So she would take me to work all the time, and there was like the work computers, and there was this game by LucasArts, back when they did like the famous point and click adventures like Monkey Island and all that shit. They made this like 2.5D
That
Western
rang
game
a weird bell in
called
my brain.
LucasArts and Eidos did like some
that
like,
rang
really
a
formative games for
weird
me.
bell.
But it was like 2.5D, not quite 3D. Like you were in a 3D environment, but all the characters were like 2D sprites. That like if you walked
What was it
around,
called?
it was like Outlaws was the
Outlaws,
name of the game. It was this Western game. I fell in love with it because there was like parts of it that were like terrifying for young. I was like 7 or 8, and there's like this dark room. There's no fucking light, and then there's just dudes shooting at you, and all you see is muzzle flash, and it was terrifying to walk in that fucking room. There's one part of the game, like later on, towards the end of the game, where like if you go off the map a little bit, there's like this cave that you can walk into, and then there's just like this talking rabbit wearing a cowboy hat that is fucking terrifying. And it shoots at you, and it's a hidden boss battle.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Hidden stuff is always creepy in video games. for
Talking
some
rabbits
reason.
are kind of my jam because I got a tattoo of Frank from Donnie Darko on my
You
calf.
talking about this made me think about something. Did you ever play Ape Escape?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
it just like hit this thing in my brain where it was like, oh fuck, dude, like Ape Escape was the shit back in the day.
The other two
That's
games that
original
were
PlayStation.
yeah, the other two
Yeah.
games that were really formative for me. I mean, besides Silent Hill, but I already talked about
Yeah.
that.
Silent Hill.
That's
There's
a
this-
fun game.
This game
It's a
by
good game.
Sierra and Eidos Interactive called Thief, the Dark Project.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's
Maybe.
it's the first one in a series. They made 3 games and then a remake and then another fucking I think Looking Glass or somebody else did the remake. But
I can literally see the cover of the game in my brain.
Is Thief in first person?
yeah, it's in first person.
I think I've played Thief.
Yeah.
Thief,
Maybe?
the original is like old as shit. I think it came out in
Dude.
1993 when I was born.
Maybe not that one. But it sounds familiar. Unless
There
I'm
was
thinking
one that
something
came
else.
out for the PS4. I want to say.
Yeah,
It was
that's
a-
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
That's it.
Not a
Oh,
great
okay.
game.
That's it for sure.
We had some old ass fucking consoles too.
You know
like,
what's funny?
growing up.
Speaking of console, I remember you gave me your Xbox. Do you remember that?
No.
The original Xbox, you gave it to me because I wanted it, and I begged you for it, and you're like, sure.
Because we had a 360.
Yeah,
at the
I'm like,
point.
can I please have it?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Uh,
No, I
Wow,
don't
that's kind
remember
of
that.
how kind of how Austin ended up with your Xbox One, isn't it?
That, Kevin definitely did the same shit where he was like, "Oh, you don't have like a console or anything over here," and he was like, "Well, here, just take my fucking Xbox," and I was like, "Okay."
Last week, so we went out Monday night to celebrate my birthday. My birthday was on Tuesday. Happy birthday, me. I'm 26. But we went out Monday night, and me and Trey were actually standing there talking for a bit, where I was like, because of Fallout 4, because I was playing so much Fallout 4, when I went out into the real world, I would see like construction sites, and I'd be like, I could scrap that for steel.
yeah.
I could scrap that for aluminum. Because you're like, look at all these scrappable materials.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 was definitely like when the PS4 came out. Fallout 4 was the thing that I got really heavy into.
And the same sense of you would think like that is the same sense of like me and Wes think about like skate spots.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like where we're like, oh, that's a skate spot.
I
That's
see
a skate
everyday
spot.
objects in
And
like
it's a
cement
skate spot.
as-
Did all of
Yeah.
us play Tony Hawk Skate though?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Every single one of us.
Yeah,
Tony
Cool.
Hawk.
Glad we
Yeah,
could
I
bond
pl- I
over
think-
that.
well, he had the skate. He had the skateboard. I think.
I
don't know how I remember more than you.
He had the
But he
skateboard?
he had the skateboard.
We
where you could-
did.
That
we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Tony
the Tony
Hawk
Hawk's
ride.
ride.
The ride. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
You had it.
That was shit.
It was so fucking bad.
It was so bad, dude.
It got
It was
hurt
the
so
worst
much.
fucking Tony Hawk to date. No, I had literally Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, 4 to Tony Hawk's Underground 1
Oh,
and
Underground
2.
was where it's at.
Underground was where it's at for
Yeah.
sure.
And Tony
Underground
Hawk's
needs a
like,
remake.
what was that? What was after?
That would be amazing.
Guys, what was
Tony Hawk's Underground Wasteland to Tony Hawk's like Project
See,
8.
I like
to-
Skate more though. Remember, Skate.
Skate was awesome.
Skate was such a good.
Skate.
Oh, I know you know
Everybody
Skate.
likes
Do I know
Oh, all right, I know you know
Do
Skate.
I know
Tony
Skate?
Hawk's
Dude, Skate is such a
You know
good
they're coming
fucking
out
game.
with like,
You can't hear me.
you know they're coming out with a new skate.
Are they?
Yes.
I gotta buy that
It's-
shit.
It's basically, you know, it's basically like Skate 4.
Yeah.
So they had Skate 1, Skate 2, and then Skate
Skate
3.
XL.
Skate 3 was the fucking amazing.
The jam.
It's the best.
But
Yeah.
now they're coming out with the like, what are they calling it?
Just
Skate
skate,
XL.
period.
It's just Skate period.
It's just skate.
Okay.
but it's
Skater XL
technically
is like a brutal skate sim. Like it's hard. It's not
Okay.
skate.
Skater XL and then Skater or Skate Sessions
Session.
or just Sessions.
Session. Period.
Yeah,
Session. Period.
Which is like kind of like Skate where you use the
Underground 2.
joysticks
Yeah.
to do everything. But like they're coming out with like a Skate 4 that they're just calling Skate.
So
Okay.
the reason why I pulled sign is because I wanted Kevin to Google which skate game had Skatopia in it.
Oh yes.
It was Underground 2.
I could have answered that for you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were talking and I didn't want to interrupt.
No,
but
yeah.
I will say Tony Hawk's Underground was so cool though because of they had a bit of a fantasy aspect to it as well. Like where you could like go to hell and like fight Satan on a skateboard. And I remember
Yeah.
doing that.
Yes.
It was so fun.
But Underground 2 had Skatopia, and I've been to Skatopia, and I love Skatopia. And the fact that they put that in a game was just like, oh. Like,
Yeah, it's very
oh,
cool.
fuck.
But
I went there in
Skatopia-
real life as an adult, and I was just like, oh my god.
You can play it on PC now. You can download
You
this thing
can.
called
Yeah,
Thug
yeah.
Pro, so Tony Hawk's Underground Pro. And if you
Yeah.
have Underground 2, which you can just pirate it, you can play like modded versions of it or like all the original maps from 1 through
Yeah.
4 and then Underground. And
Oh,
yeah, it's great.
Skatopia.
No,
what's
I
up.
mean the skate games were amazing.
Those were
Or
also very
Tony Hawk-
informative.
Tony Hawk
Oh,
games were
yeah.
amazing.
Those informed
The reason
my
I know
taste
who
in,
Green Day is?
Yeah, I was gonna say my taste in music.
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
from, like,
there was a lot of
yeah.
good music in that
Yeah.
game.
yeah, like
Oh.
why
I know,
like
I know
Lagwagon?
almost every song by Green Day to date because of that song.
Goldfinger though.
Like,
Man.
Goldfinger,
Superman?
Lagwagon,
Oh
Man.
my god, May 16th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know.
I think they had
That's still
was it
one of my-
Saliva? Like was it
On
Click?
Our Way
remember
Home,
Click Click
Kevin?
Boom?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I learned about that
Oh.
song.
Oh,
We
okay.
can start
So
a playlist.
MX versus ATV Unleashed
Oh,
is
that's
how I learned about it. Skin Dread, actually, and
That's how I
nobody.
learned about Hoobastank.
Yes.
Bro!
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Okay, so we didn't even
Oh,
get into
true.
like the games that we played that got us into the music that we
Red
listened
Hot
to.
Chili Peppers. Fucking Guitar Hero got me into Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They got me.
and
yeah.
Paramore. And Paramore.
Need for Speed got me into the band Bush.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you looked confused? Crush, crush. Nothing compares to a quiet evening alone, just no one to... Really?
Oh, I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
know
It'll
it.
never happen. I guess I'm
I forgot
dreaming
about that
again.
shit.
Let's
Haley
see
Williams in the
more
room?
than...
See,
I know that
This.
song, but from what?
From, the Guitar Hero that I had on my fucking DS. I don't fucking know.
I forgot that DS had that shit.
Yeah,
you could
and
play
it
like
had an entire
yeah,
attachment
and you had
onto
to
the side.
strum it with the fucking thing. I
With-
forgot
on
about
the
that.
screen.
Yeah, I had that shit. No,
Ah!
I got into
I didn't
Yeah.
have a fucking DS.
No, you missed out.
Dude.
I had
The DS used to they had this thing where like you can like upload miniature sketches. You remember that?
Mateo, he missed out on Nintendogs.
Oh shit! I forgot about Nintendo. Oh my goodness!
You're the only person on Earth whose Nintendogs aren't starving right now.
because I had 3 other siblings. And so I didn't get a personal thing. When we got something, it was it was a console for everybody.
3 other siblings. What's your
Well,
fault?
to be fair, I had my aunt bought all of us one, and then
There
all
you
my cousins
go.
one. So she bought like 13 of them.
Okay.
I didn't have that. When we got something,
Ruthie bought me mine.
when we got something,
You needed
it
that
was a
great aunt.
family thing. It was not like a personal thing, unless it was like I got a bike
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
But if it was something that was like a DS or something,
You needed
no,
that
it was
rich
like,
aunt.
well, Chrissy hadn't
Well,
quite
Chrissy
gotten
isn't
there
always
yet.
rich. Yeah.
You're a little too old now.
Yeah.
So now we just get like cars.
I mean, I hope so.
If Chrissy was just like, "Happy birthday, here's a car," I wouldn't be surprised.
I would love that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so.
Man.
At some
If they
point.
were like me, Jason, and Jacob all saved up and we
It's
got
funny
you a
because,
car,
like,
I would not be surprised.
I was thinking of
with how
Guitar
Chrissy
Hero.
is.
I used to talk about getting into like Paramore and like Foo Fighter stuff. I was the complete opposite. I got into like Dragon Force.
Dragon
So, like,
Force!
Through the Fire and the Flames. I remember that being such a
Fuck, through
notoriously
the
hard
fire and
song.
flames.
I remember looking up Dragon Force after playing that for
Yeah.
the first time.
The thing that
I
got
still
me,
listen to Dragon Force.
Yeah.
the thing that
Yeah.
got me a little like I can appreciate Dragon Force, but at the same time I had to take a step back because they are a Christian band.
Are they?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that from the sound of like you can do it. That's
I
like
think
their whole
they're just
thing.
being positive, you know? Like, hey, you're good.
Oh.
But like, it's weird because like it's called power metal. I like to call it like nerd metal too. I fucking love it.
Nerd
Where it's like
metal.
you're talking about
That's like medieval.
oh yeah, you're like
times.
slaying dragons or saving the princess, and it's just all power metal, and like I love it.
It's D&D metal.
I went to a
That's-
concert last year. I saw
Do you,
Sabaton.
Do you know King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
I don't.
You would like them.
Okay.
Hey,
Check them out.
hey.
They're like power metal / psychedelic,
Mm.
and they're fantastic. It's all about positivity and dragons. It's pretty fucking dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I think it's a positive vibe.
Yeah.
I think if I was gonna go LARPing in the forest, that's what I would be listening to.
Yeah.
It's like that vibe of music.
Maybe don't grab her. Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
She wouldn't come here.
Those little yelps.
I was trying to get her to come
She
here.
does
She
that
wouldn't.
every time you try to pick her up.
It
Jesus.
literally. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was
I-
trying to pick her up and she wouldn't.
Give it a week to think about it, and I might take her. I'm telling you.
You better get her shots up to date.
I
and
will.
Get her groomed.
I would.
And everything else.
I would, because I have to get Manson fixed and get all of his shots too, so I could do it in one fell swoop. But you fucking pet her, and her eyes went.
Like this.
Oh.
Stop, dude. Susan.
Trey? The games that made you?
Oh,
That made you, bro.
that made and broke me.
Yeah, we're like the only generations I feel like that like I don't know like games. I think that our parents don't really have it so much. Like they play like Pac-Man or Pong, whatever the fuck they
Right.
had in like the 70s or 80s. But like we're the
No,
only ones
fuck
that
that shit.
we're the only.
Games are a significant part of
It's,
people's
like, it's
lives.
like literally part of your childhood. It's like
Yeah.
playing video games. It's just yeah.
I do really want to know. Trey, what were
mini
you-
games. Mini games were a part of my childhood. I had a PS1 at first.
Did
Man.
anybody ever play Fusion Frenzy?
You motherfucker. Yeah. I
You
did.
did?
That was a part of Yeah.
Oh, original Xbox?
Yeah, of
Fusion
course.
Frenzy? Yeah.
For a long time,
would-
you know how with the magazines they would sell a little demo?
Mm-hmm.
I had got one of those and it had Fusion Frenzy on it,
Yep.
and I would play that over and over again. It had like 3 mini games on it.
Mhm.
I was too poor to buy the actual game, but man, the demo was awesome.
Bro, we had the actual game. It was a fight between the fans.
It was
And you know-
incredible. I
you
have
know
it.
what I'm talking
I
about.
have it for my Xbox right now.
No,
I
you
play it
don't.
all the time.
No, you don't.
I mean, not all the time. That was a lie. But I play it.
I'm out here, bro. I'm out here,
Alright,
bro.
so yeah, the
No,
games
no,
I grew
no.
up on.
No, me and you. Me and you.
Me and
go.
you, man.
Hey, let's go.
Okay. So I started with PS1, and there was like so many old games, like so many like obscure games that I'm pretty sure only I played, like fucking Wild Wild Racing. Has anyone ever heard of that?
Yes.
I have yeah.
Wild
Really?
Wild Racing. Yes.
That was it was like a cheap little racing. I love that game. That game was fucking awesome. There's this game called Voodoo Vince. Fucking, that was for the original Xbox. That was a weird little, you're a voodoo doll, and yeah, that's
I fucking
basically.
remember like the cover for that.
That was a weird little
to play.
creepy ass game. It was
Never had an
awesome.
Xbox.
I don't know that one.
You would like get it. You would beat up these little creatures and fill up your power meter and do a special move where you fucking destroyed your own body because you're a voodoo doll, and then whatever you did to yourself, it would happen to all the enemies around
What?
you. It was really cool.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that's
Cool
But the
concept.
That
game-
sounds cool, actually.
The game that got me into games because games, they ruin my life now. It's all I do. But the game that started it all was Halo Combat Evolved. That game, I fell in love with that game so hard. I still play it sometimes.
The
Like
first Halo.
You know what that
first
reminds me
Halo.
of?
The first Halo.
Have you ever
I
played?
still remember the first time I went to my cousin's house and played it. I remember the first mission we played. It was the library.
Have you
It
ever?
was the worst mission on the whole fucking
that's a
game.
famously bad mission.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Alice: The Madness Returns?
Nope.
Ah, that game's great.
It's so good. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I like. I've never seen it. I've never played it, but that kind of sounded like Alice: The Madness
I
Returns.
just want to say, hold on. Your friend was like, here, let me. Here you go. Halo Combat Evolved.
My cousin.
Worst, or your cousin.
Yeah. He
Was
goes.
like,
He goes. I'm stuck on this mission.
worst
like,
fucking
sweet.
mission possible.
Mission in
Here you
that
fucking go.
Oh yeah, we never made it past. It was.
Motherfucker, what?
It was awesome. Actually, I think we might have actually beat it. Because I was known, like, that was my fucking my family. I was known as the kid that plays too many video games. So my cousin's like, I'm stuck on this level. Help me, nerd. And I had to
Help
him.
me, nerd.
Yeah.
Guys,
So,
I think I might be
yeah.
fucked. This might be my dog now. I don't know. Look at her.
so many games since then, though. Fucking the Bioshock series was fucking
I know,
incredible.
Bioshock.
Fallout.
I forgot
yeah.
about that shit.
Yeah.
Bioshock was amazing.
Did you guys ever play like computer games? Like you know, like a not like Webkins, but like, I'm talking about like they're like Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Or like
Yes.
Oh my god.
you ever
Yes.
play Pop Tropica? Would you do that one?
Yeah. Do you remember Neopets?
Yeah.
Neopets.
There was also those Wizards 101.
Yep.
Wizards
No.
101.
So I remember that shit because I remember I begged your mom to buy me a pet in that game. It cost like $30.
Whoever played.
I'm like,
Oh,
please,
okay.
I want this
If
dragon.
my kid ever came up to me and was like, "This costs $40," I'd be like, "Go fuck
Like,
yourself."
please.
Toontown, though?
Toontown.
That sounds familiar.
Ah, yeah.
I literally, I had the experience of
Toontown.
the older generation introducing me to video games and like standing behind me while I'm sitting in a PC gaming chair, like playing Quake for the first time, and my dad's just like
yeah.
smiling with pride behind me.
Oh, yeah.
I have that experience, and also my younger brother is 8 years younger than
That's
me.
what I wanted to ask about
So,
with like Doom.
Oh, well, so the game that'll be around forever, I didn't get to answer that question. Fucking, they played Doom on potatoes. Like,
Yeah.
that game will exist forever. You'll be able to find a copy of it on a TI-80 whatever calculator.
That's gonna be
Like-
what alien archaeologists find.
Calculator.
They're gonna
It's
find
Doom.
Doom.
They're gonna
Doom.
find Doom, yeah.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
sick.
Doom's such a great series, so
Yeah.
they've done a good job.
And they
But,
came out with Doom Eternal, and it was like, mind blown, dude.
I have
was like,
lesser
oh, I
known-
have to
And the
play
soundtrack
that.
is so good in that
I have
fucking
the-
game.
We pulled up to a fucking
guys.
paintball
We
tournament.
did, yeah.
Fucking
It's hell.
playing,
It's
dude.
chaos out here.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. We literally pulled up to Carter's
His
birthday party.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that we were pulling up.
Yeah.
That me and Mateo were pulling up, and we pulled up playing the BFG.
BFG division, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And oh god, I will never forget
BFG,
that.
so
big
fun.
fucking gay.
And the lesser known horror themed Doom 3 was amazing. No one
It's-
ever mentions that one, but that one was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I played that
The
in
only
VR
thing-
recently.
Whoa.
The only
very
thing that I
good.
wish that we would have had is that Alex the Terrible from
Oh, his Screamo version?
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish we could have had that and pulled up to that.
I don't think it existed yet.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't, because if it did,
He's insane too, though.
because if it
Oh
did,
my
then we
goodness.
would have played that on the
Oh
way up
yeah.
there.
But
Yeah,
like Slaughter to that whole band is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I love
I
them.
had his
God.
mask.
You
at
bought
some
it?
point.
That shit- I want to buy one. This shit's so
An
sick.
ex-boyfriend of mine had it, and I actually customized it as like one of my gas masks, and it was so fucking
It's such a
sick.
sick looking mask.
It was so sick.
It is.
I had to deal with all the hinges in the jaw though, and that was a lot.
He's just insane.
Anyway, to
Yeah.
finish my fucking point.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I had the dad looking over my shoulder while I'm playing Quake on a PC for the first time, and then also my brother's like half my fucking age, so I got to also watch him grow up with the new generation of games,
Sure.
like Wizard 101, Club,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
The
Club
Wizard
Penguin, all that
Wizards 101 was the shit.
shit. He used to
Yeah.
annoy the hell out of me sitting on the
Yeah.
family computer playing Club Penguin and being like, "Watch this, I'm playing
No, Pop Tropica. Pop Tropica was the shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I used to like wake up at 6 a.m. before like we'd leave the house at 7 to go to school. I'd wake up at like 6 to play Pop Tropica in the morning, just so I can do it. All this is a point and click. That's all you do.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
or like Bubble Trouble.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you ever play Second Life?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean Sims?
No, he knows.
I know.
He knows.
No, I remember when Minecraft came out.
And,
that was a big
anybody
one.
else, that like when I say Second Life, if anybody else that is listening to this episode, they know what Second Life was.
Yeah.
Second Life.
This is not like
yeah.
this isn't Half-Life.
No.
Or Second
No.
Sight.
Yeah.
Second Life was like
Okay.
It was
Oh,
like
shit.
PlayStation Home, but cooler. Like
Okay.
PlayStation did a very similar thing, where they're like, you can have a space online that's yours that other people can visit online, and then you live a separate life online with other people living fake lives.
and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Except,
Hell yeah.
And then people just got fucking wacky with it. Where they would
What?
create, like,
What is our time looking like?
we have
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Oh my
minutes.
fucking god. Alright, I suggest we at least get
Lightning
through
round.
lightning round of Cards Against Humanity.
Okay, can I pull a black card? Let me go,
Go
first.
ahead, baby.
Let me go
No,
first.
you can't pull the black card.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who gave you that permission?
Our honorary black
God.
guy says no black
Okay.
card for you.
This is a double. This is a pick 2. Okay, you
Damn
guys
it.
ready? All right. When I was tripping on acid, blank turned into blank.
Wait,
when,
what?
When I was tripping on acid, blank turned into blank.
Okay.
All right.
So does the first card go put on top?
So it's a pick 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I want your first card to be on the bottom because I want